And here we go.
In 5, 4, 3.
Call to me, lands far away.
Elves have forests to protect.
We need to build a wall.
Dwarfs their mines. Men their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
For I must now wander this wandering day.
We're safe.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel.
No.
Put up your sword.
The enemy is still out there. The question now is where?
It is over.
Nothing is over! Nothing! You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Darkness will march over the face of the earth. It will be the end, not just of our people, but all peoples.
Everyone! I am sorry, but their time has come.
The past is with us all. The past is dead. We either move forward or we die with it.
This could be the beginning of a new era.
Away I must wander this wandering day.
To him finally being lionized in the prime, and his prime. Fuck.
Do it!
Shit.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams end. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Luke went from being, oh no. Welcome, Slayer Nation. I have some great news for you today. I hope you're all doing great. Nope, that didn't work. One more.
You have failed me for the last time.
Welcome, Slayer Nation. I hope.
If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
That is eating away at what you love in order for it to shine. And one man's vision is... Sometimes you don't have to make things better for them to be great again. You merely have to Okay. Hollywood continues to slow boil the culture and crazy. Well, right now, Spider-Man actor Andrew Garfield has stepped up and he's fighting motherfucker.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
And unbearded dwarves, but Prime didn't stop there. They stapled in intersectionality, individuality, biddiga-dig-bee, biddiga-dig-boo.
So it begins.
At my signal, unleash hell.
gentlemen, George the Giant Slayer.
Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? What a way to be welcome back. I missed you all last week. Had a little emergency. I'm now better, stronger, and ready to slay. How are you all doing? It's Sunday, August 31st, pretty much the end of summer. Hope everybody's been enjoying a great Labor Day weekend, or wherever you're at, all over the world. You've been having a good time with the people that you love. It's August 31st. Hey, Kaladin, Tender Warrior, Peter Ferraro, Jill Powers, One Punch Man, Tolkien, Fan, and Eric K, King of the Mods, Lord Thoth. We got Fletcher Williams, good friend, great producers in the back, and a wonderful lineup for you today. But what a way to start the week. It's always your Sunday, beginning of the week. I got to share some news with you. The show might be a little quick today, might end a little early, because my nephew, now, I love him to death, but tomorrow he goes to San Diego to begin boot camp as a Marine. So give it up for my nephew. He's going to become a Marine. I couldn't be prouder of him. He's going to be here. The family's going to get together in a couple of hours. He's going to go serve his country, become a warrior, someone who loves his nation. Of course, you got a lot of the family. They're all crying, sobbing with tears. But I'm like, no. That is the way to step up, a real Slayer. And I'm proud as heck of him. And look at the greeting I'm already getting. This is Slayer's Nation. We got TGV Monster for $2. Hi, everyone. How are you doing, TGV? It's like I can feel like I can see all of you through the keyboard. No, don't do that. Put the drink down. You got to wait. It might tell a joke. I don't want you to choke on it. Thank you, TGV. That's a beautiful way. I can see all your smiles. Now we got TGV Monster, also gifted one George the Giant Slayer membership. Thank you. Please thank him. Whoever got that, go thank him. That's the way. And then we got Tender Warrior 68, gifted 5 George the Giant Slayer memberships. Like I said, we are back. Hopefully we're going to having the show this week. We'll have Wednesdays Unchained and FAFO on Tuesday nights. It's just, getting the home already has been crazy the last month. Well, so got Patrick Robinson for $5. Toxic Avenger 2025, 7 out of 10. I didn't hate it. Well, that's good to hear. It's good to hear. I haven't seen it yet. You can spoil it away. Send me a chat. I'd love to know more about it. Because I'm not the actor, Dinklage, after what he did with Snow White and all the dwarves, he's not my favorite. So if you're saying a 7 out of 10, it's kind of like, is that good enough to overcome my bias against the little shit? Hopefully. Then we got Blitzen gifted 10 Georgia Giant Slayer memberships. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. And everybody, please go thank Blitzen and TGV Monster and Tender Warrior. We also got Mac, sent $1. I love it. Every dollar keeps the lights on and keeps us powering forward. I've been working on a Roblox video. I have decided, ever since I started digging into it, I know like every YouTuber over the last 2 weeks has already put out 4 or 5 videos, but I always take a little extra time to dig into the facts, to research it more. And because a lot of I was kidnapped at 7 and tortured for a year. But I defeated my first giant before I had the age of 8. And I looked at Roblox because I never played anything. I'm like, this has to go. That platform has to be wiped off the fucking face of this earth. Pardon my language. So Slayer Nation is going to war. Roblox is now on the chopping block. I don't care how many videos, whatever the views, I'm going to expose every one of those secrets because every parent needs to know. I've been talking about it with friends all week long. They're like, well, I've heard of it. I know about it. My granddaughter was playing it. My niece was playing, so on and so forth. So I started showing them what I dug up and they're like, cancel that shit. And we also got Steel Leg of History for $2. Thanks for the kind words. Be blessed, George. Chat. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And I think that we got everybody. All right, let's bring them out here so we can fuel those flamethrowers and slay the stupid and have a little bit of fun. We got Epic Mike is joining us. It's been a long time since I've seen him. How you doing?
Good, man. Listen, I say it a lot, but it really has felt like a conspiracy trying to get this going, man. It's, either Is one of us had something going on every time or like missing communication stuff, but I'm glad to be here, man. Missed you. Good to see you. Good to hear your voice. And
always
yeah.
great to see you. Have you been
Yeah,
watching that Roblox? What's going on with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because as a I wouldn't call myself a good parent, but as a parent that's aware of things, I know my son plays Roblox. And so when I start hearing all this stuff, I already have a lot of conversations. Yeah, I already have a lot of conversations with my kids. They're not allowed to talk to anybody they haven't physically met in person online ever. They're not allowed to have online friends, things like that. I'm like, their chat functions in Roblox are turned off. But having a conversation about that, I'm like, guys, it's not just you. It's also your friends. And if your friends know you're here, they're on here. And they might not have parents that keep track of what they're doing. It's like, so we can find alternatives, and that's been a big conversation recently. Is like, hey, we're going to have to get rid of this app. It's not safe. We got to find something else. We got to find alternatives.
We do.
But yeah.
What I noticed that bothered me the most, because there are a lot of parents like you who monitor their children, who are engaged with their children, who watch it, is that I discovered half the things that are on there are in code. I found posts in Morse code, Pig Latin reverse with Morse code, slang. A lot of parents don't know what the hell that is. They look at it like, that looks okay.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. And yeah, man, I think my kid understood very well what I was saying. He knows that I don't just try to tell him things for no reason. But yeah, man, it's scary because there's a lot of kids I know that don't have parents that are watching. That's scary stuff, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get them out here now. Verbal's gonna be here in a little while. We got Derek Anderson, the DA, plus my nerdy home. Hi, Steph. DA, how you doing?
Hello. Hi.
Chilling. What's up?
Chilling. This Roblox has driven me crazy. I wasn't gonna start. We were gonna talk about it in a little bit, but it's just as I was thinking, it's just I've gone down a rabbit hole, and now you have that CEO wants to include dating. And I'm like, this was sold to parents as a child safe site. I don't care that they're going to have different sections. It's for 17 and older, 18 and older. What the hell do you need a dating site on a children's platform for?
Yep. Yeah, that's that part, man. Why are you trying to intermingle adult things with children? Like, I just don't understand it, where children and adults can intermingle with each other on a particular app. And yeah, maybe somebody gets lost and they get, this type of stuff happens all the time, so you got to be very, very careful anytime you're letting your kids access anything. The internet is just a wide open, playground for some of these deviants, and they're trying everything in their power to, lure kids into their, into meeting up, something like that. And it's like, Roblox, like, come on, like, if you advertise yourself as something that's friendly for children, there's no way in the world that you should allow what's been happening to happen. And then when the guy, I forget his name already, the guy that they banned.
Oh, Schlep.
Yep.
Like there's a guy that's out there like literally doing your work, doing the job you should be doing, and you're gonna ban that guy.
Right. They should have given him an award.
Was out of control.
They should have given him an award or a job. They should have
a job.
They should have given him a job for sure.
Something. But instead, go ahead.
My niece plays Roblox, and she only goes to one specific server anymore. Right. Because all of the other ones, she hates going into them now. They're all like so degenerate. She only uses one. And she's been she's actually really smart. She's been keeping up with all of what's going on. And it's being talked about a lot on TikTok. And she's actually like kind of upset because she's like, why are there even adults in this kids game?
Yes.
It's a kids game. Why are adults even here? Because I told her, I was like, hey, guess what? They're going to have new rooms. It's just going to be 18 and plus. And she's like, they don't even need to do that. Just take all of the adults out of the game. She was so mad. Yeah. She's so mad about it.
Yeah. And then I was watching. You had the chief safety officer who online, his profile is Rocket Man. 3 of his badges are in simulators. What they, the experiences for the chat who doesn't know about it. They don't really want to call it a game platform anymore, but a platform of experiences. He had experiences which were hotel simulator, where you have a lot of this crap going on. You had something XYZ public bathroom simulator that Schlepp was talking about. I'll just give you a taste of this. So they come out and say, well, we updated our safety guidelines, right? And I was like, okay. I read through them. And it's like adult spaces like nightclubs, dancing, bedrooms, hotels. We'll be a little more cautious. I'm like, okay, so what you're saying is sorry, we built a strip club inside of a daycare, but guess what, parents? We updated the sign outside. Now you can have peace of mind. I was like, come on. Here's Schlepp describing XYZ public bathroom simulator. This is a heroic Texan. Another Texan, by the way.
I have just gotten a legal complaint from Roblox. I'm not even joking. They have sent a cease and desist letter to me, and they've gone ahead and banned every account I own. And you might be wondering, what heinous crime did you commit to possibly deserve that? Well, what I did was get predators arrested on their platform. Actually, 6 of them. I got 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Some of them, the crimes are so heinous, I can't even say here on TikTok or wherever this is going. And the thing that's crazy about it is that Roblox has taken a more firm action against me about this is Roblox itself. It is a predator haven. There are games on Roblox like XYZ Public Bathroom Simulator. That's about 7 million visits, and the whole premise of the game is showering together with kids. That is the whole game. If you join it, you're going to see predators. You're going to see naked avatars. You're going to see people peeing and all this sort of weird stuff.
Like, what's that doing on there? Like,
I've been saying this for a while. They've been I don't even think that it's conspiratorial at this point, because there has been a push from certain people to normalize kids dating adults, right? To normalize that and adding that identity to the LGBTQ plus people.
Didn't they make flag stuff for it? Didn't they make some kind of flag?
Yes, they made flags for it. So they've been trying to do that for a while, and what better way than to groom kids on some of their favorite gaming platforms and just completely normalize it. Oh, it's just something we see every day. See, we see it in our video games when we play these video games. So kids, they don't know any better. They just think it's normal. This is totally normal.
I have online friends. I have grown up friends online and stuff. It's like, yep, 100%. It's funny because, like, not to cut you off, Steph, it just reminded me, like, I had a teacher years ago. This was back when I was in high school. So, I graduated in 2008. So like 2006, 2007, who was telling us, if you legalize this and you make this okay and you normalize certain things, the next step will be, this, this, and this. And he predicted it right down the line. And he's been right for a long time. And he told us, he goes, watch media, watch stories, watch video games, all of this stuff. They will normalize this stuff to you. They have to normalize it to you because that's, everybody talks about the slippery slope being a fallacy. It's not. If you keep proving a fallacy correct, it's not a fallacy anymore. It's a fact. It wasn't even a potential like, oh, well, maybe this could happen. He was telling you this will happen. And look at where we are now. Everybody said no.
Look at what happened with look at the comments that came from Snoop. When he's sitting in there watching Lightyear, and then out of the blue, here comes the couple, and the grandson is like, "Yo, Uncle Snoop or Grandpa Snoop, what's going on with this?" And what did Snoop say? This doesn't belong in kids' content. This shouldn't be in front of. Why am I having this conversation with my grandson in a movie theater about a lesbian couple? All right. And that's the whole point. Mike said it. They're trying to normalize it. They want this normalized. So that way it's just normal. Oh, we see it all the time. It's everywhere, and that's the whole goal of this agenda is to, and they want to start with the kids, which is disgusting because kids should not be dealing with sexuality at all. Nothing of the sort should be coming in front of their faces like that.
I'll go a step further. And again, it's just my little conspiratorial hat on, but importing a culture who completely is normalized, has normalized, dating young children and marrying young children into Western society, could also, just be a little bit of a push into just normalizing that into everyday society, and also not punishing them to the fullest extent of the law when they do take advantage of kids and things happen to those children. It's just a part of their culture.
This is a part of my culture.
It's just a part of their society, and they're just.
It is in the UK. They've been doing it.
So
You're right. They've been doing that in the UK. Have y'all heard
They have
about
been.
the 12-year-old girl is now being
Oh
called the
yeah,
Queen of Scots? I
yeah.
love her. It's like her
Yeah.
bravery to stand up for her sister, Lola Muir. I mean, you could see her everywhere. We're going to show some videos in a second of her because, see, Steph, that's why I love having you on. The insight, all of this, and all of you have pieced together from Roblox, right? You push on one end, trying to rewire a global culture to crave sickness. Because these aren't adults playing. This isn't Steam where you're like, you had Visa and MasterCard going after legal adult games for adults. Do whatever the hell you want. These are children because Visa and MasterCard haven't done shit to Roblox. They get billions into their processing centers. But then you turn around to the UK, a 12-year-old girl was defending her sister. Right?
Yep.
She gets arrested because she pulls out knives to basically a thug, a villain who likes to wear keffiyeh, and all of a sudden she gets arrested. Could you imagine that? Your child defending your other child gets arrested because she stood her ground. God bless her.
Well, and think about that too. On the other side of that is like more and more adults are being punished and being told what they can and can't do online and how they should conduct themselves. But then they're easing restrictions and easing the ability for children to defend themselves and be exposed to other adults. And Steph's completely correct, because here's the thing, like, it doesn't take long. There's no conspiracy. You can listen to anybody talk about it. Go listen to a soldier talk about what they experienced in other countries that they were in recently. They will tell you how.
I've heard stories from soldiers. Yes, absolutely. I've heard stories.
They will tell you
soldiers.
that. They will tell you how terrible it is over there.
Conspiracy to protect George's channel, but in my view, that is exactly what is happening.
Yes. I agree with you, and I think we're seeing it more. But the people,
absolutely.
Okay, it's the same thing. There are videos that I always like. I prep the show, right? So I was going through, and I have been creating this new like unhinged sections, whether it's for Hollywood or for politics. And there are sections of it where there was a gentleman. Well, I'm calling him gentleman. He's a piece of shit. A guy who walks up to two guys who are having a coffee in Newport. They're just outside at a cafe in a patio. And he overheard them talking about Trump. He immediately comes up to him. What's wrong with you? He starts harassing you. You know this routine. He starts harassing them. Y'all are murderers. Y'all are. They're like, we don't know you. What's your deal? He's like, I get threats from people on the internet that you support. He's like, okay, whatever. You go to the UK. You have these illegals who've been imported in since 2015, trying to displace the culture, who aren't coming in to assimilate and go, hey, I love being an American or I love being a British. No, they're not. They're creating parallel societies. Well, two things cannot occupy the same space. You can't put two cars in one garage. You can't. You cannot have two diametrically opposed ideologies vying for control over a nation. One historically is going to win over the other. It's going to be a demolition derby. Right now we're in a cage match. And if it's not solved eventually, whether you want to look at the Etruscan Empire, the ancient Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, it always leads to a dictator. It's just which side is going to be the one. And they're all promised the same thing. I will get rid of the other. I will make everything better. It's who's going to win. That's what we're in the middle of that people don't realize. So I look at Roblox and I started to wonder, I believe we defeated woke in many ways, but the more that I dug into it, I'm like, is it possible that they've now taken their cultural fight just quieter? They're not talking about it. They're just letting it go under the surface to rewire all the children. Like, let's just continue rewiring like we did in school.
Yeah.
It's just powerful stuff.
I think that's a great point. It's like, when some enemies, when they're defeated or when they're back against the wall, they'll lash out and they'll get nasty. And we've seen that. They'll go to take people to court. They'll go to, legislation. They'll do whatever they can. Some of them, the smart ones, the ones that have survived a long time, will then just slip into the shadows. And if they no longer exist, if you're no longer pursuing them, then they'll just wait and they'll bide time and they'll gain strength and they'll figure out a new way to manipulate the system, a new way to do this stuff. But that's part of the thing. And one of the beauties of people on the internet is like, the people that are attacking these people now, don't have any reason to stop. We have no reason to, like, we're hungry to actually keep going and actually make a change, not just satisfied to see them disappear for a moment or stuff like that. We want to see actual long lasting change. And I think that that's the difference here, is that we're not just content to let it hide in the dark for a while. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, you had Derek was talking about Snoop Dogg, right? That video was amazing. You know, they pulled it, they actually edited it out from the original. I have the YouTube, they cut it. And what's interesting is when I realized that they cut it, the conversation before, I'm glad, and man, I'm not glad that they cut it. I'm glad for me that when I noticed it was cut, I paid attention to the conversation before and after it on both sides of it. Yep. And in a minute, I'm going to play it because Snoop went into this whole culture, and it was, I gained a different level of respect for him. I didn't know he thought about things to such a degree. I just didn't. It's not the impression I've ever had of him.
I took my grandson to see, what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz, the Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
With Keke Palmer is in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came and watched the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it fucked me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
What's interesting is right before this, he was talking to her about his grandchildren, and I think it was his niece and his nephew, and the culture that they hold on. It's like a minute and a half.
These kids and screen time.
Well, you notice I don't have a phone on me.
Oh.
Professional. Oh. I think it's good and bad.
Yeah.
Because all of my grandkids know how to work an iPad, a telephone, all of that.
Yeah.
And some of them ain't even like can talk a whole sentence, but they all know how to dancing, or they sit on the couch all day just on the iPad. Like, okay, all right. Go outside, do some real regular stuff. And it's a cheat code. When I was growing up, if you wanted to know an answer, you had to research and study and go through the book and turn through things and really like read and study and get it in your head. Now it's, hey Siri, hey Alexa, hey Google. Let that bitch go. I ain't even. I'm not talking to you for real. But that's the help that they get.
Yeah.
I wish I had that when I was in high school. I'd have graduated with all A's. I'd have.
Man, you know what's worse than them getting all the answers? The cameras. And now these kids have the most incriminating evidence that they post on social media to destroy their lives with. And I'm not even talking about, it's everything. It's from what girls are doing, how they're dancing, people with weapons showing this, with the money. Now folks are getting robbed. Like, you're putting your location while you're at it. It's a lot happening.
It is. We're living in a video game right now. That's what I say. When my daughter was young, she used to play this game called Sims.
Oh, yeah, I played that.
And I used to trip because I used to have to buy things. I'm like, why are we buying this shit? This shit ain't even real. Can you buy me a house and clothes and shoes? I'm like, for this motherfucking video game?
Right.
And now, in the world we living in, that's exactly what the fuck is happening every day in this world. We are inside of a video game. It's just a matter of, do you have the remote control or are you being controlled?
Interesting. It is a weird timeline when Snoop is spitting facts.
Yep.
Snoop has always been like a real one. He's a cool cat. He built up a youth football league, out here with his own money, to help a lot of young men stay, out of the streets. He's a real solid cat, but he is also captured by Hollywood. He's a part of that crowd. So you don't get it twisted. Snoop is still a part of that crew. All right. He's already apologized for what he said about the Lightyear movie. He's already dropped an apology on that, which I felt was unnecessary altogether. He didn't say anything wrong in that clip you just showed. That was perfectly fine, in my opinion. But he's apologized because he wants to be on the good graces or in the good graces of the people that control the narrative. The Voice, that show that he's on, they're already talking about booting him up off of The Voice.
They are.
Yeah,
Really?
so
I will say
because he's a problem. That's a problem statement for that group of people. Everybody else in America, other than 95%, we good. We understood it.
Yeah.
No one wants to have those
feel like his
conversations.
apology was kind of sarcastic in a way.
Okay.
Because he didn't put out a statement or anything. Like his publicist didn't put out a statement. It was in a comment section to a TMZ video that someone was reacting to what he said. And it sounded like, I don't know anything. Damn. Like it sounded
my bad. Teach me.
Yeah,
I read it.
Teach me.
Yeah,
like,
but
whatever.
that's still
Yeah.
unnecessary.
But
He could have
to
just simply
comment on
kept it
it-
at
Yeah, to comment on it at all is just it's still bad. Just leave it alone. It'll die off eventually.
But I think he was speaking. It's for anything. You would not want to go to see an animated movie that had a sex scene, whether for anything. You don't want to have your 5-year-old. Well, what is that?
Yeah,
he's saying. You don't want to answer. You want to leave those questions for home. Right. I think Dante is here. Dante,
hey,
how you doing?
How's your novel writing going? Have you started yet?
I jotted down some ideas, so yeah, it's coming along.
There we go.
Is this the Diddy tapes?
No. This is I discovered a new market to tap into.
Okay,
and it's the female erotica industry or whatever. So
gotcha. So
apparently there's a lot of minotaur sex that women fantasize about having. So
what?
I decided to throw my hat into the ring and become a novelist myself.
Minotaur, I've never heard of this Minotaur sex.
It is the degenerate side of book talk. Actually, that's all book talk is over on TikTok. It's just degenerate women living out their feminist fantasies of being held down by men and loving it, but still calling themselves a good feminist.
No, not just men though.
So they want to go back to
and not just men. Mythological creatures, fantasy creatures as well. There's this one.
Not these furry fuckers.
There's this one book that is going viral that has a woman falling in love with a minotaur. It is like the grossest thing that I've seen. But
a minotaur that she met at a milking farm. So do with that what you will.
Hello, hello. Did I?
Yeah.
Did you?
So I told Verbal, I was like, you know what? Just tap into that market. Write a novel. It doesn't even have to be, a good novel. Just
50 Shades of Grey was trash, right?
Yeah,
that was a
terrible. Just write it. Send it off to some book talk reviewers, and they will blow your book up.
Yeah, this is 100% real because the thing is, like, with these people that like live in this world will sit there and scream about men and how awful men are and how they hate, they don't want to let men be in control, and then we'll write books where some of the worst things you can imagine are happening to these women in these books, and they love it. They absolutely eat it up because they're actually not realizing that they're just hungry to like actually feel something in life because they've. And like for most of society, a lot of society, they've completely neutered men. They don't want
that.
Look
at that. Somebody read that description. Read it.
I recently found out about this romance bestseller, popular with women. I'm not.
Popular with women. I know my age and younger.
Thank you.
Which is about a millennial in a ton college, it's about a millennial in a ton of college debt who goes to work at a glory hole for minotaurs and falls for the first cow she services.
All right, let's get this off. Remove this shit off the here.
Told you don't read it. You thought I was kidding. Like, don't read that stuff. It's bad.
Wow.
So
you're about to contribute to this debauchery, Dante.
Absolutely.
He's smart. He's gonna make money. He's make a lot of money.
Dante gonna be retired by the end of the year.
Like I said, man, I have a few ideas about a wily imp that I'm going to write.
You need to put some like based themes in there.
Oh, no,
I swear, when I first read the description of that book, I thought like she was working on like a farm, like a cow farm. You
mean a farm?
Like a farm. It took me a minute to realize what it meant. And I'm like,
and the thing is, guys, like this started with like, a lot of people don't know this, but Twilight and how that got started.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking Twilight, but straight up, the author was like, I had a dream about this vampire boy that showed up at night in my room, and I had multiple dreams about him, and I was like, I got to write this book. And 50 Shades of Grey is literally just based on Twilight fandom.
Based on Twilight, exactly.
Of Twilight. That's exactly what it is. She was writing Twilight fan fiction that was too hot and heavy for whatever forum she was putting them on. So she took them out and changed their names, made it into a book, and there you go.
This is all for one reason. This is all for one reason, because what has happened is you had third and fourth wave feminism basically created an entire generation of girlfriends, men, to be their girlfriends, to braid their hair while they get bent down in beast mode by the alpha. And now they turn around and go, there's not enough alpha. So everybody's like, we need the real men to go grab the fucking hair. You don't allow feminism and liberalism. This is bullshit. It's just respect.
And make no mistake, the people consuming this are liberal women.
Of course they are. You know why? Their vibrators are dead.
So my novel is going to be very anti-Trump.
You're going all out.
The book is going to be called DEI Hire, and I'm going to lean all into it.
I respect it. I respect it so much, and he's gonna make so much money, bro.
I told you, Dante, you're gonna make a lot of money.
He's gonna make a lot of money, bro.
Yeah, send some free copies to BookTok, and then your follow-up book needs to be like super base. So you can radicalize all those women that are consuming your books.
Exactly. Wow. But here's the problem, though. Like,
how about a Trump Minotaur?
Using these kind of books written by men don't do very well. So I have to
you got to give yourself a female name. Yeah, you got to write under a pseudonym.
Grab a wig. You can go all Pedro.
No, you know what I'll do? I'll use Steph as the face of the book.
There you go.
And I'll just create a new name.
No, I don't want to be the face of
Steph's like, no, I don't care how much money is it. See, I love Steph.
That's because Steph has this weird thing called integrity, man.
That little thing, just a tiny thing. Something that, thank God that the country found out about. This is Tim Waltz, also somebody who approved of Roblox, by the way, who pushed it in K through 12 throughout the school. We were talking about it before you got here, because I told you, Dante, we had talked on the phone. I've been doing this deep dive into Roblox.
Yeah, I talked about it on my show Friday. It's bad, dude. Like, it's a very
horrible
bad situation.
But here he is, Mr. Not Integrity himself, who could have ended up as our vice president from the other day.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was?
Oh my God!
Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you?
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Is that is that AI? Please.
No, it is not AI.
That got to be AI.
It's not AI. It's not AI.
I'm telling you. I'm calling bullshit until I see proof. Because like,
all you have to do is go see his videos of him and his daughter. They're freaks. I'm telling you, these people.
Yeah, I know his daughter is a freak. Yeah, you're right.
And where do you think she learned that from? I mean, this guy was like, he thinks Roblox was the greatest thing under the sun, and I didn't know about this before. I mean, they're just.
Oh.
Dude, we dodged a bullet, man. Look, I don't care how bad Trump gets. We dodged a bullet.
We dodged a meteor.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is Meteor. That's a good one. We still haven't cleaned up everything. Here's a teacher before we jump into Hollywood, because I've been collecting.
We were talking about agendas, you know.
You hear? Yep.
That would have been the perfect face of like, let's just keep pushing this agenda.
Yeah.
You know he wants it.
Oh yeah. You know he is a furry. You know that right off the bat. He is in the milk farm with the minotaurs and the. He's into all of it. You know that just looking at the fucking guy. There's no other way to put it. He probably was writing 5 of those books that Dante's about to do. He probably knows Diddy intimately. Not Dante, but Tim
It
Wolf.
wouldn't surprise me.
Now, here is a teacher, which I thought, the Department of Education was supposed to get rid of all these nutcases. Just last week, starting school up.
I am non-binary. My pronouns are they, them. Hey, good morning, class. My name is Teacher Roby. I'm going to do a quick introduction before we get started. Here's my teacher picture. Everyone in here will be able to take a picture this year, so I'm excited to see how those come out. I am non-binary. My pronouns are they, them. For example, they are a great art teacher. They taught us how to draw a stitch. It is super important to get our pronouns right. If you do make a mistake, I will politely correct you. No worries. That goes for me too. So if I ever get your name or pronouns wrong, please correct me.
Fire her.
I am from Brooklyn.
Yes, I agree completely. She goes on and on. It's the same thing. She just repeats the same line over and over and over in different ways. I respect your pronouns. Tell me what your pronouns are. If you want to be called something else, tell me what it is. It's just, is it still
what you were talking about earlier, George, when you're talking about like they're just kind of quietly trying to keep doing, wokeness and pushing the agenda. All of this stuff, you got to consider it takes place. At one point in time, the right had no power over any of the institutions. We didn't own the government. We didn't own the media. We didn't own, the schools, the educational institutions. And so now that we've gotten a little bit back with the media, they're going to ramp up where they have power. So they're going to ramp it up in the schools. You're going to see the schools go even more into wokeness and trying to push the agenda because they've lost the media to a certain extent. They still own a lot of Disney. Like Disney obviously is one of the biggest cultural media institutions out there. So they still own that. But like, the MSNBC, CNN, and all of the, the news organizations, they've kind of lost power. So I think what you're going to see is them trying to ramp it up in another area, maybe in finance. If there's a lot of wokeness still dealing in finance, you're going to see some of that there. That's kind of where I'm worried about it more than anything. But yeah, they're just going to keep pushing it where they have power, and so you're going to see it in the educational institutions and get your kids out, man. My son just went through, I think I talked about it, just went through a 10-month training course, to become a HVAC technician. And he's already working, making $70K a year. He's doing great. And, you don't have to go to college and, subject yourself to this bullshit, because that's where they're really trying to hit you. They're trying to hit the colleges more than anything.
Oh, that's Illinois. Somebody asked where she's teaching in Illinois. Is my volume okay? Is it coming across okay?
It's high. It goes high and low. It's like sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's soft.
I don't know why that isn't okay. Let me see if I
sounds all right now.
How is it now? I switched it. Is it okay now?
Sounds okay to me.
Oh, okay. Steph, does it sound all right? The volume? Okay, cool. And we also had responses to the Minnesota massacre. 2 more clips, and then we'll move to Hollywood, because I think it's important. This is a reason why, thank God, we defunded NPR. Senator Klobuchar called in for an interview, and you have Alyssa Chang. Just, again, look at what she focuses on. This is supposed to be about people being killed, children being killed. In the end, what does she talk about?
This horrific offender that it was all-purpose hate, right? He hated a lot of different groups. It wasn't one ideology or another.
We're going to have to leave it there. That is Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for thinking of us. Thank you.
And just a point of clarification, Senator Klobuchar referenced the shooter as he, although police have identified a suspect. It's still unclear at this time what that person's gender is or how they identify.
Oh my God. Who cares? Why are we respecting somebody who killed kids?
Exactly. The response to that, though, when you start looking over people's responses to it, you have this nut job, right? And then we'll take super chats and move forward. You have this nut job came out, which I hope he's on the FBI's watch list.
And you know what? There's going to be a lot more of that coming up. Especially at these religious areas, hey, we've had enough of your kind coming after public schools, right? It's about time. Yeah, churches and Catholic schools and religious schools. It's about time they get their turn. That's what I think. That's what I think. I'm just gonna sit back and watch people do it, and I'm gonna fucking laugh. I'm laughing about yesterday. You guys want to laugh about us? We're gonna laugh about you.
He's laughing about kids being killed. I mean, it's
Well, Tim, this isn't the first time that I've seen somebody laugh at kids being killed due to like ideology, right? They don't care. They are godless people. They do not have any faith. So they don't care about it. They laugh at it. Like, haha, the church has been against this for years. Haha, I don't care that kids died. It was an attack on something that they don't believe in, so they're cheering it on. I saw the same thing with the floods
Texas
that happened
flood.
here in Texas,
I know.
where those
Yeah.
girls at the camp got washed away, and you saw that one woman on TikTok like, oh, good, their
Sadie
parents were probably
Perkins.
racist and their parents were probably Trump supporters, so I'm glad that those girls died.
I know Sadie Perkins was
They
evil.
don't care. They're mentally deranged people.
I mean, that shows you where we've come from. This wouldn't have been allowed. This would never have been allowed before. People, because not only shame and guilt, no one would work with them. No one would hire them. There would be no platform for them anywhere. So I think we need a little bit of that.
But you
Because
know what, though, as much as I hate to like hear that kind of stuff, in a way I'm glad it's happening because I think more of America needs to see how crazy these fucking people are.
Hell yeah,
right.
yeah.
And the more they do this, the more they expose themselves. They'll never take power again.
I pray.
Like, if they keep
Nobody
doing
wants
shit
to
like
be
this-
aligned with that bullshit. Nobody wants to
No.
be standing side to side with that. It's like, oh, this is who you agree with. Oh, these are your people. All right. Nobody wants to be able to say that guy we just watched, that's their side. You know,
that's
so yeah.
that's the beauty. That's the beauty of when we talk about free speech and stuff. Is the left screams about it because they're like, yeah, you just want to say hurtful things. You just want to say. I'm like, no, bitch. I want everybody to be able to say whatever they want. Because guess what? If you walk around acting like a crazy racist asshole, nobody wants to talk to you. And if you walk around laughing at children that get killed, nobody wants to talk to you. And this isn't about cancel culture or any of that stuff, because cancel culture is about this person said a thing I don't like, so I want to ruin their life. No, these people are ruining their own lives. Because if I was a boss, I don't need somebody to tell me, hey, you should fire this person. I don't need social pressure. If I saw that and I was your boss, you would be fired immediately. I would want nothing to do with somebody that laughs at the deaths of children in my office or in my workspace. And that's not cancel culture. That's just reality. That's just social. That's just how. That is how social shame should work and how it always has worked. You want to act like an idiot and you want to be dumb, you can be as dumb as you want. But guess what? You don't get to complain and cry about, not having a job or nobody wanting to talk to you or losing family members and friends. But the thing is, the other side of that is the left weaponized it and tried to use it against everybody. But it was in favor of of justifying what they wanted, of getting rid of shame in the way that they didn't want to see it. But now we're seeing that start to come back. And I guarantee you, this will not that guy will not be anonymous for very long before somebody finds out where he lives and who he's all about, and it'll get out to somebody.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so?
They probably
Oh, hell yeah, man. They just outed some dude that stole a baseball cap from did you see that? They outed that dude in like 12 hours. They found out who he was, another CEO, go figure, of a big corporation, stole a baseball cap from a kid at a tennis match because the tennis player was handing it to him. They found him in 12 hours. They knew everything about him. So yeah, that guy's going to get outed. They're going to find out exactly who he is and where he works and all of that. They'll find all of that information out. All right.
These
and
are,
then he's going to have to deal with the
childless
consequences.
people. These are childless people who do not have any type of care for children. Their children are their pets and their cats.
Yeah.
Right. Their dogs and their cats. Those are their children. These are childless people who don't really care about humanity and don't really care about anybody who doesn't align with their political beliefs or whatever. So they don't understand that type of a loss, which is why they can laugh at it. They're childless people, they're mentally ill, and these are the type of people they don't care about kids, right? Kids are just part of their agenda. They're commodities for them to push their agenda. That's all they view kids as. So if kids die, they don't care. They're just going to use them to push their agenda. Right now, it's let's talk about guns now. They're using those deaths to push. That's how they've always been. That's how the Democrats have always been. And so it's no surprise to me that their support don't really view kids as individual lives and the people that need to be most protected in society, they just view them as commodities to push whatever political agenda they want to push.
Absolutely. I was raised very simply, which was you defend women and children. Women bring life,
right.
you show respect, and every child, it doesn't matter race, color, creed, it's a child, period.
Yep.
And these last few months, it's been crazy. Fletcher,
My only thing about this too, and this just goes to the shooting itself, is I don't know, man. I guess for me, I'm kind of a completist, right? Or at least I like to. My thing is, I'm always thinking about like the end game, right? Where does this all really truly end?
a clash.
Right, because if they want to keep pushing this, right, and if these crazy, trans people want to keep like, taking matters into their own hands and doing all this wild shit, right, under the guise of mental illness, at what point are people going to be like, well, okay, if you guys want to do this, let's do this, and then it's on. You get what I'm saying? And I'm trying to like, where does it really end? Like, where does this finish? Right?
A clash.
They're making it
what they need to do, honestly, they need to get the mental institutions opened back up, and they need to get these people the mental help that they need.
And at some point, the government isn't going to be able to protect people.
You're right. Which is why I say you got to start getting ahead of this. And these people are mentally ill. Let's just call it like it is. They're mentally ill people, and they need help. All right. They have this delusion that they can somehow change themselves from one gender or one sex to another. You cannot. All right. If you whatever your biology is, that's what it is. You got to deal with whatever problems you have. What do they call it? Dysphoria. You got to deal with all of that on somebody's couch, going to regular appointments. That's what you should be doing. But you have doctors who are monetizing this. It's like, hey, I can make X amount of money off of these many surgeries. I can fill them with all of these hormones. It's a business. Yeah, that's what it is. Instead of just saying, yo, let's get these people the mental help that they need so that they can overcome these, problems. Instead, what these doctors want to do is they want to fill them up with hormones. And then these people, when they're off their hormones or they're off their meds, they lose it, And so that's the biggest issue. They need to get the mental institutions for a lot of other things, not just this, because society is going really in the wrong direction fast. And so they need to start getting a hold of the mental illness that's in this country and across the world for that matter.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say the thing is, like, I talked to somebody about this the other day. They're like, oh, how like with some of the policies that are being passed right now in the White House and stuff, how can they do this? And I can't believe I'm like, well, you got to understand, like, our society naturally progresses. Like you grow, you learn, you actually do like become enlightened as a culture. I'm like, go back to the 90s and think about what the race relations look like in the 90s. Think about even gay people in the 90s. But like the Seinfeld episode, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That was the attitude. Listen, you want to be gay? Do whatever you want to do, man. Whatever you do behind closed doors is your business, man. Do what you do. Back in the day, with my grandmother growing up and my mother growing up, people on Liberace on television wearing sparkly outfits and Elton John, people didn't care. If you were talented, you were talented. We all knew. But you didn't care. And then
black people worship Luther Vandross, and that man was as gay as sugar.
Gay as hell, man. And he even admitted it. He said, listen, I don't want to talk about it because guess what? These people come out and listen to my concerts and want to think about who they want to think about. It's not my job to make them think about somebody else. Like, it doesn't matter. But nowadays, this attitude and the culture was pushed well beyond where it was actually naturally progressing. A bunch of people got in positions of power and said, we want justification for the way we live, and we want people to accept it whether they want to or not, and we're going to push these agendas. So there has to be a response, and there has to be a way to bring it back. And unfortunately for some people that think this is the end of the world for them, fortunately for a lot of other people, especially children, that response has to be very strong and very intense to push the line back to a level of balance. Like, the thing is, this isn't even like that extreme. It's just that's how bad it has been for so long for so many people. And they said, well, you just got to shut up about it. And now that the government in power doesn't accept this stuff, they go, no, we're getting rid of a bunch of this policies. We're getting rid of a bunch of this nonsense. And sorry if it hurts your feelings, but like, there has to be an answer to all of this. We can't just leave things the way that they are, and that's how you find balance. It's supposed to be a back and forth of between people that care about people and are socially conscious, and then people that are worried about and want a country and a people to grow and develop and be prosperous. And we haven't seen balance in a long time. It's just been one way and wonky for a long time. Now we're seeing that correction. So,
but that's exactly the problem. That's why I said before Dante joined us, is you cannot have two objects occupying the same space at the same time.
Yes.
We used to have a country, a pluralistic country, which worshipped three things: God in each person's own way, the Constitution, our families, our communities. That is one side, and the other side today is worshiping hashtags, AI, gender identity, insanity. These two are clashing. Communism versus reality versus the Constitution. It is going to come to a tipping point. You know who I think it's going to be first? It's going to be what y'all just mentioned. It's going to be the doctors, because the ones the most responsible are the MDs, the ones who parents who don't have a clue, because they're not MDs, turn to go, my child has brought me X, Y, and Z. They're telling me they're confused. Their teacher is embracing it. What do I do? And the doctors go, oh, no, here, let me give you a therapist. Let me give you some drugs. Let me guide you down a path that's going to make pharmaceutical, big pharma, a lot of money, fuck up your kid, make him a continuous patient, and destroy your life. Then you have those parents who, once they realize how much they screwed up, guess what? They were weak enough to be brainwashed and molded to listen to a kid which can't drive, can't buy liquor, can't get a gun, can't make any decisions, but we're going to allow them to have this one decision. Those parents then go, I destroyed my kid. How the hell do I admit I was wrong now? That's why I say the doctors need to suffer. The real change is going to come when they strip every doctor who has participated in it of their license.
Yeah, but George, the problem is there's too much money in this, man. Like, here's the thing. The basic transition, just a basic transition, it's about $75,000, right? Why do you think they're trying to indoctrinate children, right? They want to keep that customer supply. They want to keep that client base coming. You know what I mean? You want to keep the pipeline full. So they're not trying to help these people. They want them to transition because that means more money for them. And remember, I said the basic transition is $75,000. It's a lot more to go further. You know what I mean? Than that.
I know. This woman, let me show you though, because you asked, you said, how is this going to end up? Somebody put this video together, but again, it's of Lola Muir. And I think this is how it's happening, because it's starting to happen in the UK. Yes, this is dramatized because it's done to Braveheart.
Oh, I've seen this.
It is. It's beautiful, because this is what will happen if we don't continue having an administration that puts Americans first and Western culture first, where we're all equal. This is reality.
Sons of Scotland, I am William Wallace. You've come to fight as free men. Free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? Fight and you may die. Run. You'll live at least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
I think it's true. She stood up for her sister, period. That's what everybody's doing.
She pulled
That's
out
how
a hatchet is wild to me.
Yes, but they haven't told the whole story. See, that's the problem. I dug into this story. Her sister was being harassed. That's not the part that the guy who filmed, the hijabi guy, right? He wasn't filming that part. She went back home, grabbed the hatchet and grabbed the knife and came back. They don't show that.
Man. Good for her.
Right.
Shit.
And so then he whipped it out. That's why he kept saying, show it to me. Show it to me. I know what you got. Show it. Show it. Because she had showed it before he started videoing, and she put it behind her back. So
and the crazy thing is she knew she would be arrested for it.
Yeah. And you know who arrested her?
The police.
Yeah. You know who?
Who?
Yeah, keep going, and I'm going to show you. Keep going. What you were going to say?
It wasn't the police, so I'm assuming it was.
No, it was the police. It was the police, but it was specific. Let me show you. Hold on. This is.
Was it a female police officer?
Oh yeah, because I'm doing a video on it. Because again, these things have been driving me crazy, man. And not just
that's ridiculous.
Here you go.
Like if you can't protect your little children in your nation, you don't have a nation, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yep. If anyone is curious what kind of both of them. If anyone is curious what kind of people would charge a little girl defending herself from migrant rapists. They are Tayside Police Chief Nicola Russell, a hockey-playing lesbian, and under her is Dundee Chief Inspector Rachel Burns.
Wow.
Yep. I think what's going to happen is we're going to start seeing because look, as bad as America is, I still think the UK is way worse right now.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're going to see some shit really jump off pretty soon over there, man. I think people have had enough, and all those migrants, like, there's going to be like a culling, dude, and we're going to be sitting here watching it from our end, right? And the politicians here better start thinking about what they're doing here.
I agree.
Yeah, the UK is definitely the canary in the coal mine. We can just watch and see what's happening to them, and it's going to be exactly what's going to happen to us if we don't get it straight on our side first, which I think we're going to look. We got Trump. Trump's trying to do what he can with the immigration situation. So we're in a much better position than the UK and Europe overall. But yeah, let's keep our eyes on that because that's our future if we 100%. Don't get our shit together.
100%. And the only reason we have it better, one step better, is because of our Constitution. I mean, they go after them because they don't have guaranteed freedom of speech. I mean, it's and they're not allowed to.
Oh no, George, don't fool yourself. If
and weapons.
If Kamala would have won, we would be just as bad as the UK right now.
I don't know because we have the Second Amendment. We have the Second Amendment. I don't know.
That's going to be a hard one. Yeah, the Second
it's
Amendment.
Not the same thing
that's
in
the thing. It's funny because anybody that I talk to from that I know from the UK, shout out to Disparu, he's a big one I talk to all the time. Like, I remind him the reason this stuff doesn't happen around here is because of the Great Equalizer. Yes. And the thing is, like, when you see it in big cities and stuff where people are being attacked or bad things like that happen, it's typically because they don't allow guns in those places. Because, like, you see a video of a woman, this guy trying to break into this woman's house and steal her child, and he's like, I'm like, perfect example for gun control. It's like, you guys always go for that. I'm like, absolutely. Because the thing is, you won't try it in a place that that mom could have a shotgun right next to the front door. And in fact, some places they do, and that's why you know better. You don't mess with people because like, dude, it's a both way thing. But like, I used to work as a bouncer at a bar, and it's a scary situation. Because man, if this goes down badly, somebody might have a piece on them, and that's a big issue. The funny thing is, the bar I worked at, the guy that was head of security was a police officer, and so in his off duty, he would take that time. I always knew it was packing. So the other side of it was I knew I was safe if things went down because I knew that the right person had the right equipment to deal with it. And that's the thing. That's the difference here. And the government knows that, which is why they constantly try to push this stuff. But now we're noticing those shootings are starting to backfire a little bit because where it used to be the narrative always was, we got to do something. We got to get rid of guns. We got to stop this. We need more gun control. Now the conversation is, look at the people that are doing this.
There you go.
Look at the narrative that we're starting to piece together that would have never been talked about with previous administrations. Now people are going, wait a minute, there's something weird about all of this. Why does this keep happening? And now the examples of people that are doing this stuff are becoming more and more extreme. And then, yes, you have stupid people laughing about it on the internet, which just exposes more and more how corrupt this all has been in the first place. So,
it's horrible. Let's.
Did you see what Matthew Marsden said about the UK?
I didn't.
Oh, here, I'll share it. He was talking about how Britain
George keeps bringing up this
war.
No, because I want to see if they have any questions. I like to see. I don't like leaving people if they have questions.
We have to protect ourselves. And this comes from not only terrible immigration policy, unrealistic immigration policy, a failure to recognize the difference in cultures, because that's really the biggest thing. They're importing a culture that is not compatible with Western society. And then what they're doing is they're saying, if you recognize that, then you're a racist and you need to go to jail. And the British people are just not taking it anymore. And I'll tell you this, they're very famous for that phrase, right? Keep calm and carry on. And I know all about that. I know all about the stiff upper lip and come on, let's not panic. And I mean, even in the Second World War, when London was getting bombed to pieces, everyone had a very quiet resolve. When you're seeing that, it's over. Like, there's no putting the genie back in the bottle on this now. There's conflict coming in the United Kingdom. It's coming.
There is.
Okay, let's get to that
they had-
because we do see a lot of the Muslim immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them. They don't always just stay in Muslim countries. They come and they conquer Western countries, right? They want this. This is part of the plan. You can't convince me any otherwise, right? And we look at just the number of mosques that Britain has right now. It's over 1,800 mosques that they have over there. It's the West.
Yeah, that's insane. Too.
It's 600. 600 of them were churches formerly. So you have to understand Takfir doctrine. It's part of the ideology. It's about conquering the globe.
And
but
you know what's crazy, George?
It's either through war or it's through going to a country, creating parallel societies, outbreeding them, and slowly forcing that cultural change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they would never allow that shit to go on in their countries. I couldn't go to an Islam country and set up all kinds of 1,884 churches, Christian churches in a Muslim society. That's not happening. They stand 10 toes down for their beliefs, for their culture, for their society, in their countries. Why can't we do the exact same thing? Say, no, you got to assimilate. You want to live over here? You want to be in America or the UK or whatever? Assimilate. You got to fold in with what we've already got going on in Western culture. Why does this happen? I don't understand this. This is crazy.
That's because they convinced people that multiculturalism was the way. No, we were
that's bullshit.
We were a pluralistic society. When my grandparents came to the U.S., they learned English. They wanted to be American. Their dream was to be American. My grandfather loved the Constitution. He's like, this is a country. He's like, I'm not going back to Greece after World War II. He's like, I want to be an American. So he worked for that. And he loved it. But at some point between the late 60s and the 70s, you start seeing the slow creep through the institutions of the hippies who spat on our soldiers coming back from Vietnam, starting to become professors. McCarthy was right. The commies are here. The Red Scare was real. They became teachers. Those teachers then trained other students. They became professors. Those professors stopped teaching. Well, in 75, when you look at most of the top elite universities in the country, from Harvard to Yale and Princeton, it used to be around a 50-50 split between conservative professors versus liberals. So you got both sides. Well, a lot of the sociology departments, right, that creep of leftism, not liberalism, started to go into every aspect, mathematics, history. It didn't matter what it was. By the 90s, it was only 5 to 10%, depending on the university, had anyone representing a conservative, traditional American message, meaning Constitution, God, family, country, community. Yeah, that was gone. So now what they're doing is they're no longer educating. They're doing exactly what Pol Pot did in Cambodia, what Stalin did before the Russian Revolution, and he turned everything commie. They are training and equipping their foot soldiers to fight their own families. This is why they hate what we do, because we bypass the media. We show the stuff. Roblox. If you check, I go back to, because like I said, I think it is evil, right? How many news stories have there been on the mainstream media in the last 2 weeks about Roblox? I couldn't find any except for a local station.
Mainstream? Probably
mainstream,
zero.
CNN, ABC, CBS.
Nothing.
None of them. None of them.
Ain't gonna say nothing.
I haven't seen a single one.
Right. And who owns a big piece of Roblox? BlackRock.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the players and you start connecting the dots and you see, wow, this piece connects here. And they worked with Disney, and it's not a conspiracy. All you have to do is do the research and your eyes open. Yep. Now I'm going to see if anybody has any questions. We'll move forward.
Nah, man, hit them supers, George. Let's go.
I am. Eric Heffelfinger for $20. Meek, please stop going on other shows. Tyrone and his hot dude army keeps coming to my house to collect the lurker tax. They're threatening to take my legs. They say you need them more. My neighbors are asking questions. I see someone.
I don't know what to tell you, George. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what I did to get here on the internet, but here I am.
I don't know. God, there's so many people. It's too funny.
There's no tax. I don't tax my viewers.
He does. He's taxed me before.
No,
really?
I haven't. No,
oh my
I
God!
haven't. This
You
is
tax
wild.
your viewers?
That's
He's
wild,
taxed me.
bro.
He'll DM me and make sure that I pay on a certain day of the month. It's always once a month, and he makes sure
I
that
feel like
I pay
I'm
the
going crazy, bro. Like I just don't know.
You're
what to
actually
do.
taxing? Wow,
You shaking
you're
people
dead.
down, Mike?
This
What?
is
You
crazy,
shaking them
bro.
down, man. This is crazy,
Damn.
bro.
I am
I
stunned.
just- me
Never knew a
too.
person.
I didn't know about it.
He's like, where's the money?
Yeah, like what? I'm not seeing any of this taxable income. Like what?
Too funny. Thank you, Eric, for that.
thank
TGV
you.
Monster for $5. Donut Operator looked into Roblox. Did a great video on it. Cool. I'm going to check it out. Love Donut Operator. When I'm making a video, I don't watch other people's videos because I want to make sure that I don't want to copy anything they're doing. It might end up happening anyway. We use the same clips, but
Same,
go watch
man,
it.
same way. Yep.
It's like when I wrote my first 2 books. When I first started writing the first one, I realized halfway through that I was copying styles of writing of the books that I was reading, and it kept shifting. I'm like, okay, I have to stop everything that I'm doing.
As a side thing, real quick, George, that is actually a very genius, great way of learning how to create. I've said this before, and I'll keep it brief, but like you can only consume so much before you reach a critical mass, and then you have to disseminate what you've consumed. It's good to watch good movies, bad movies, or read books, but then after a while you have to process that stuff. And then if you're a creative, you need to create. And if you don't create, you'll just regurgitate what you've seen, and you'll never make anything new. And even if you're just somebody that talks about culture, it's good to consume things and be on top of things and know what's going on. But you also have to give yourself time to process everything so you can come to your own conclusions about things and reflect on stuff. So it's smart because you go, hey, I'm about to make something. I'm going to stop consuming for a moment. I'm going to process what I have. That way the filter that I'm writing it through or creating something through isn't just the most recent thing I've seen, but a culmination of everything that I've learned recently. So
absolutely,
that's awesome, man. That's great.
I have to. Otherwise, when I was writing Greek Coffee, it had hints of Hemingway, it had hints of Tolkien. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, it dawned on me. I was like, it's because I just kept, and so I'm like, okay.
No, yeah, Mike is 100%. I've written 2 novels, working on my 3rd, and you got to do it, man. You got to just disassociate from everything sometimes.
Yep.
It's kind of hard in this line of work.
It is.
But you got to do it. You got to find a way to do it. Otherwise, you're just going to be copying off of somebody else's homework, and that's never going to work.
No. It's the Phobos, one of our great new moderators. Remember, for 10 months, the Roblox execs are. Yes, they are. They're peds like Pede. Like, who is his name? Pepe, Pedo, Peds. Pedro Pascal.
Peds.
As he said, he likes to be called Peds. Jeremy Griggs' dad for $2. Mike's Wolverines are going to get pegged Saturday.
That's wild, bro.
That's a wild statement, man.
That's a wild freaking statement, man.
Damn, somebody is reading a lot of Minotaur books.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy work, man. Y'all out of control.
Damn. Eric K, King of the Mods for $5. What is not said is the guy tried to kiss her sister. Yes, I know. The bastards in the media don't tell us straight. His wife, and he beat her for rejecting the abduction and rape. Yep.
Although she has become now a symbol, man. Like I see like all these like drawings of her with her accent.
Queen of Scots.
That's pretty badass.
Queen of Scots. 12-year-old girl. She's now the new Queen of Scots. She's like William Wallace. Thank you, Eric K. For another $5, Man of War 665 Neighbor of the Beast paid for his first house dressing like a bull and advertising fresh bull's milk.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, man.
Somebody watched Top Secret with Val Kilmer and took that too seriously.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen that.
I just don't know. I know women who read erotica, but I don't know any that read like that like Minotaur shit. Like
That's because they used to be locked
you have
up.
like these hunky guys. I get it. I get that, man. But when you're talking about like a half man, half bull, I'm like, women are fantasizing about this.
Yeah, and once again, it's extremism creates extremism. Like you push this really strong feminist agenda that men are evil and awful and everything, and these women marry effete, weak-willed men that have nothing to offer them, and so they desperately crave an extreme example, something that shakes them out of it. And then it actually kind of is a self-fulfilling prophecy because then it creates in society men that prey on people instead of healthy and masculine examples. And those people are the children that those women raise, because they raise young men that feel completely disempowered and disenfranchised, that then prey on other people to gain some semblance of power again. It's why men in the home is important, and that's why men saying, hey, knock it off is important, you know?
Absolutely. You remember that New York Times writer, I believe it was 3.5 to 5 years ago, that was the range, when he was the first one to write about having an open relationship with his wife, and she would bring her boyfriend over and everybody called him a cuck. Oh yeah, you can look it up if you type New York Times writer open, and he was defending it. And again, this is you could tell through his writing, the guy was bitch. He was a bitch. He was a cuck. But he was trying to come up with a way to tell everybody, hey, I'm really masculine because I can take watching my wife get bent over by her new bloke. No, that's not.
But that's like guys. That's like guys who date trans women and still say they're straight, right? I mean, it's like,
right? It's like, you're not wrong. You're absolutely right.
You know,
I saw a video about that. I was laughing my ass off.
Is that real?
No, it's 100% real.
Last week I saw something. I thought it was bullshit. I don't know what. Maybe it was Dante shared it or somebody shared it. And it was like, this woman is now saying she's gay and she's now going out with a trans a trans woman. So I'm like, a gay woman's going out with a man, so you're straight with a dude in a wig, so you're straight.
It's straight with extra steps. Yeah.
And I was like, huh?
Yeah. Back in the day, listen, just say you're gay. It's okay. Like, bro, it's fine. Like, they're like more ashamed of it than anybody else would be. Like, you're like, yo, bro, like, nah, man, I ain't gay. I don't care if my girlfriend's got a bigger dick than I do. It's like, yo, just own it, bro. Like,
right.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
I mean, especially in 2025, dude, you can just come out.
Yeah,
I do think. I think we're going to cover a story right after the super chats that Mr. Peeps is coming out. Pedro. I think so. I think so. You know what I'm about to talk about. Yeah. Man of War 665, Neighbor of the Beast for $6.65. Author of the latest D&D Ravenloft novel, Delilah Dawson, also writes Daddy Grandpa novels under the pseudonym Ava Lovelace. And no, Eric K, no milk for you.
This is why D&D's in the state that it's in, man. It
is. They destroyed D&D outright. I mean, just
they did. It's
horrible.
awful. Yep.
Blitzen for $10. It's great to see you, my brother. It is great satire. Or satire. I like that. Thank you for that. Butter framed in gold for $5. If you go by voter registration, 1 in 4 Republicans, 1 in 3 independents, and 1 in 2 Democrats have a mental illness. Our nation needs God and truth. Yeah, we need one of those Sodom and Gomorrah type, turn everything to dust. But by God, not people. Gray Ghost for $5. Mike hired me as the lurker tax collector. Damn, you got another one. You got these people going around.
Bro, I don't know what to tell
I don't know. Gray Ghost is honest.
Well, sure.
Okay, for $2. Epic Mike threatens even the mods for the tax. Damn. They're all coming out of the woodwork.
Mike got a racket going on, man.
Bro, this is wild, bro.
This is worse. Jose Taco, member for 16 months. What's happening in Japan with immigration is crazy. Yeah, have you seen it? They don't play around. They
ain't messing around, bro.
I saw a video of a guy's like, I don't want to leave. They're like, you're going. He was crying. They're like,
they protesting right now. Did you see the protest they're having out there? Yeah.
They don't.
They're not playing games, man. And look, I'm not mad at them. Because just like we see over there in the UK, all of this, quote unquote immigration, which they're just allowing people to come into the country and change their country, and Japan's not having that.
Nope.
Respect to Japan. They're not going to just let it go down. No. We're going to fight back. We're going to push back.
It's a culture built on honor.
Yes.
They don't play that nonsense. And one of my favorite things is, like, there's been a lot of people that have moved to Japan over the years and stuff that are telling people, don't come over here trying to be like you are in every other country. You don't get to act how you want to act. This culture is, and no matter what, even if you've lived here your whole life, even if you're multi-generational, you're not from here originally, so you'll always be a foreigner. And that's how they treat you. And that's okay, because if you act with honor and you understand and respect their culture, they'll respect you, but they're never going to look at you like one of theirs. Whereas in other cultures, that's how people do. They assimilate and they go, oh, you're one of ours, you know, and stuff. Those people, some of those people, like we've said, don't have any interest in actually integrating into that society. They want to change it for themselves. So
yeah, if you move to another society, man, the first thing you should do is try to do like, what did they say? When in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Yeah,
like that was
absolutely.
yeah, just like get down with whatever it is that's going on in that society. Don't go over there trying to do your own thing. Oh, I'm from America, I'm gonna do what Americans do. Like, that doesn't work. And because they're a polite society, they're very kind, they're nice people in Japan, a lot of people think they can go over there and take advantage of that. But we're starting to see, nah, you can't do that. All right, they're pushing back, and they're pushing back in a heavy way, and I applaud them for doing so. I wish other nations would. I wish we would be exactly like Japan is being when it comes to your own culture and your own society.
But we're trying. You see all the crackdown that's now going to be coming to Chicago and then to New York. You saw the mayor of Chicago is trying. He's like, I'm going to stop Trump from using the National Guard to do this immigration crackdown. Davina, how are you doing, Davina Duckworth? Johnny Somali found out. Yeah, he did. Don't play around.
He found out in Korea, right? I think it was Korea. Yeah,
they don't play at all over there. Like they're like, I wish
They beat
you
his
would.
ass. They beat his ass.
I wish you would act a damn fool up in this country right now. Like, yeah.
Yep. All right, we got that. Now I was talking about Mr. Peepee, and it seems that in next summer, it should be next summer. Hold on, he will be announcing that he has joined his brother, who's now his sister. Pedro Pascal has signed another movie to star in Todd Haynes' 1930s gay romance film. Now, that's nothing. Daniel Craig did his. Here's the problem. Joaquin Phoenix was signed up, and they were about to start pre-production. And then they told Joaquin Phoenix that last year, Joaquin Phoenix exited Todd Haynes' likely NC-17 gay romance film. Phoenix did not want to do an NC-17 gay romance film because he's a method actor. And, it kind of answers itself. The point is Pedro, as you go on, was happy. He says he is excited to bring reality to this 1930s. I'm like, okay, he's going to bring reality for sure.
Step up to the plate.
Which is fine. Again, I don't know why he would worry. It's 2025.
He's bringing his reality.
Whatever you are, just say it. That's the deal.
Here's the problem with this, though, George. Like, you can't go from doing something like this, because when you say NC-17, man, that's right. That's like
that's
right before
X.
X.
That's right,
I mean?
exactly.
So there's going to be a lot of butt pumping in this film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be some fucking. Okay,
bros.
Let's just call it. Look, that's why Joaquin Phoenix was like,
yeah.
I'm not doing it.
That's why he walked away. Here's the problem.
But Pedro jumped in. Oh yeah, let's go, baby. Hey!
You can't be in a movie like this when you're also supposed to be the lead in a fucking Disney production of Doomsday, right? Like, dude, back in the day, I'm talking like back in 70s, 80s, 90s, back in the day, right? If you were like the face of a franchise, a studio
Mark Hamill
do a film like this.
No way. You couldn't be Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill. Yeah,
like this. Like they'd be like, hell no, we're not going to let you do this X-rated gay film when you're the face of our franchise.
You can't be bobbing and blowing, and next thing you're going to be Reed Richards
And the
stretching.
fact that Disney's letting him do it, because I mean they are letting him, because I mean he's under contract.
There ain't no way he's not under contract right now. There ain't. Yep, absolutely.
So
bro, it's crazy, man. I mean, I can't believe that they're letting him do it either. That's wild.
Y'all really
bro.
can't believe it. Y'all really can't believe that Disney.
I know. He's been able to get away with doing
I can't
so
believe
many
Disney's
things.
signing off
They,
on
like,
it.
Yeah, he walks on water over there. They don't.
They love him, man.
Well, you know what's funny though,
dude? Do you know how much like they're banking on Doomsday? Like they need this to win, right?
What's funny?
They need this.
Isn't he one of the actors who got upset or whatever? Is rumored to be one of the actors who got upset. So now they get to film separately, and it's going to cost like millions and millions of dollars in order to film separately from the one actor. That whole fight that they had on set, wasn't he like one of them?
That was rumored, but what I heard, and I could be wrong, but what I heard is that was Paul Bettany and Paul Rudd that actually got in the fight.
Oh,
But
really?
it was rumored that Pedro was one of them. I don't know, but you know, the other thing is, as a funny thing, you know, Hollywood won't ever openly admit it, but part of the reason he won't come out is because it will ruin his career. The reality
in
is
2025.
Oh, absolutely. You know how many closeted dudes are in Hollywood right now?
Yeah.
Because they say they're accepting, what they actually mean is, sure, behind the scenes we accept you, we'll never judge you, but marketability is more important than anything. Image is still very important out there, and they've had to go on. I mean, look, if you want a perfect example, Rachel Zegler is a great example of how much damage one actor running their mouths can be, and she's not even gay. But like,
and Pedro is his whole fan base is women. Daddy Pedro. They stopped watching that show because he died. The Last of Us. They stopped watching it because he died. They're like, I'm not watching it anymore. No way.
It is all about his image, and he appeals to women. And the last thing we just talked about it with Luther Vandross or whatever. He just like, listen, I sing to women. Why am I going to be talking about I'm gay and all that stuff? Nobody want to know who I'm singing these songs about. They want to feel good about what I'm singing, and that's what matters. And that's what matters to Hollywood. Whether they'll never openly admit that that's their attitude. That is 100% how they see everything. And yeah, Pedro, if he came out tomorrow, his career would be over in Hollywood, and except for doing gay movies.
But I don't get. I will say, how is it not obvious? He's got about 10 interviews that I've seen. I don't know, Steph, did you share that clip? It was a month or two ago where it was with the nails. Come on, where it's like every 5 seconds he's complimenting a woman on her nails. I've never done that in my life. I've never
ain't hiding it well, but if they don't say it,
then the glow stick that. You know, the glow stick of, have glow stick will travel. Oh, come on. I mean, it's.
I feel like his fans know that he's gay, but there's still a chance that he might not be. Or they take it as a challenge. I can turn him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
I can fix him.
I can fix him. I can turn him. So they're still like completely enamored and in love with this guy. And him being gay is not a part of the Pedro brand. And, that's why he has a mustache. He refused to shave it. It's all a part of his brand, and him coming out, and that would hurt his brand because he is the internet's daddy. Now he's trying to change it that he's like your slutty uncle. Because daddy is just coming across as super weird and people don't like it, and people calling him daddy, like everybody's calling him out on it. So now they're trying to change it to, I'm your slutty uncle. I'm no longer your daddy, because that's really weird.
No straight man talks like
all
this.
a part of his
none of
brand.
them.
He just got to keep that plausible deniability going. That's
I'll
it.
tell you right.
Just
Yeah,
enough.
you know what's really
now,
funny is if you go to Pedro Pascal's Instagram, I went through it last week. There's a lot of people that are using that oh my gosh, that meme of the guy like staring like I'm suspicious from.
Oh
from
yeah.
Knew what I'm
Fry
talking
from
about. Fry,
Futurama.
motherfucker. That guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all in his comment section on Instagram. That's why he doesn't really post that much anymore. He used to post a lot. He doesn't do it that much. It's all that.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It was the glow stick thing that really fucked him over.
You're like, bro.
The glow stick. Come on, that glow stick. Yeah, that was.
What are you doing, man?
You couldn't deny it after that. You couldn't deny it.
And they removed that clip everywhere. You can't find it with the sound. Remember how they had the sound and he was talking? You can only see it online, at least when I was looking for it to use in a video without the sound. It's like it's gone.
They needed to clear up his image so badly. They had this man out here, not getting Vanessa Kirby pregnant to prove that he wasn't. Because that's totally, he totally wasn't him that got her pregnant. But.
Oh God, though. But they wanted, psychological. I can see they're like people will, they'll connect something. Well, it's in its 6 weeks. Fantastic Foreskins is still in the theaters in its 6th week, and now they're saying it's going to cross the 500 million mark by the end of the weekend. Beating, I read an article said it's going to be beating Captain America: Winter Soldier for the number 22 spot in the MCU's top performing. Well, the guy who plays the Falcon, that Hispanic guy who plays the Falcon?
Yeah.
He has been cast as the new Scarface. After 10 years of doing the reboot, they're finally bringing Scarface. They're updating Scarface from Pacino, and he's playing the Pacino role. Tony Montana.
Dude, he's following Pacino.
Yes.
Come on.
That's
how? Like
I don't know because he's not a good actor.
No,
the guy who plays
what
the
are they gonna
Falcon.
do? They ain't gonna have him like, doing all the stuff he did in Scarface. Like, they'll probably just make him gay. It's just You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we need a palate cleanser. Glenn Powell is in an up-and-coming movie.
There we go.
Son, it's time to face it. Your football career is over.
We're here on the grandest stage in American sports, Kirk. And for Russ Holiday, a chance to do something special.
You were showboating and you blew the game.
They can't get him. This is insane.
Oh,
my goodness. Georgia's picked the ball up. Georgia is going to win a championship. What was Holiday thinking?
It's time for you to move on.
There's just one problem, Dad. I'm not done with football.
South Georgia's having open tryouts. I'm going to do a Mrs. Doubtfire, but with football.
Oh, no.
You're going to try? What's your name?
J-Hand.
And last name?
Interesting concept.
I'm gonna be honest. I already love this idea.
I love this, man. This is awesome. Is this a TV show or a movie?
Movie.
I think it's movie.
Movie on Hulu.
We got like
I'm looking forward to
just
this.
Brad Pitt driving cars,
Yeah.
you know, and now we got a guy pretending to like playing Mrs. Doubtfire with football. Maybe Hollywood is turning around a little bit. I don't know. Like that's pretty great.
Original
actually.
ideas, man. That's what you always needed. You just needed original, interesting ideas and let it flex. I love it, man. This is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Who's 200? That was one hell of a performance. You take your helmet off. I'm going to leave it on. Why? You know, in this helmet, I feel strong. Like a strong, powerful male.
This isn't just football. This is acting.
Chad, why don't you remind the game day viewers where you're from? West Virginia.
Stay away from backstory and factoids.
And what part of West Virginia?
So if you go west in West Virginia, the west is the west of Virginia.
I like Keith Powers.
That red rocket is big and dirty.
You are a puzzle.
Yes. Personal hygiene is part of participating in a society.
I wish I could be in there, Coach. I know you wish you could be in there too. I don't wish that.
You were born for this moment.
Every choice, every mistake carried you to this spot. Why are you helping me?
Because no one is beyond second chances.
Is that a guy or a woman?
I don't know. I was just thinking.
I don't know.
That's got to be a.
That looks like a woman.
There's no Adam's
It
apple.
looks like a. Yeah, that's a woman. Yeah.
Which is wild because there ain't no way that that must be the mascot. I was going to say because that ain't a football player like that.
Yeah.
You ain't hitting nobody and doing no damage. Like,
No, it's Ralph Macchio's sister. No, I don't know.
No one is
Stop
beyond
it.
second
Stop
chances.
Powers toward the end zone.
Who is that guy?
He's like extremely ugly.
Oh, it's got. You're right. It must be the mascot.
the mascot. Okay, I was
The
going to say there ain't no
mascot, okay.
way that they're going to try to sell that as like I
Nah.
play football. Yeah, right.
It
Russ
looks
was
fun.
an asshole. Chad doesn't have to be.
1, 2, 3.
I'm sure it's a different quarterback with frosted tips and a
A-hole
cubic
quarterback.
zirconia stud.
Well,
he has
real.
a Adam's apple.
It's blood.
Oh,
money.
it is. It's a
He
thing.
does?
Verify.
Really?
I can't tell, bro.
Yeah, I can't. I don't see it. Does he?
Go
Man.
back a little bit where
Yeah, I think it's a
Can't
thing
see
guy.
it.
Does they?
Oh, there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can't see it.
Okay.
You can
Again,
fake
He's
that.
just a
I'm
little
kidding.
femme.
it's Ralph Macchio's sister. Or this
I'm gonna
boy.
help you get your career back. I'm like, nah, I don't need your help, bro. I just
Look,
Black-
why isn't this movie in theaters? I would watch this. Why is it
I
gotta
know
go to
this looks
Hulu?
hilarious.
Yeah.
Somebody said it was directed by the Eli and Peyton Manning. Is that real?
Oh, yeah.
What?
It said
Right
produced
here.
by. I think at the
Produced by.
beginning. Yeah,
Oh, produced by. Okay, I missed that. Yeah. So what's funny is they actually did. Eli Manning did this stunt not that long ago, for something. I don't remember what it was, but he dressed up like a fake player and showed up.
Oh, I
and was like,
remember that. Yeah.
yeah, he was dropping
Yeah,
dimes, and
yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
like, "Who is this dude?" Yeah. So I'm like, I'm glad that they made a movie out of it. It's funny.
That's
Like-
funny, man.
It
See,
is.
that's the problem,
It
man.
looks
All of
like
the
a
good
good watch,
ideas are
man.
going to the streaming. They can't get these.
Oh, it's
Oh, it's a
series.
series.
Sorry.
It is a
Sorry,
series.
series,
Okay, all right,
series.
all right. I
Yeah.
thought it was a.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Is it a series or is it a movie?
I had read it was a movie. I didn't. Okay.
Why
That
is
was
Glenn
good,
Powell
though.
doing TV, man? Do movies.
Oh no. Well, now here's the flip side. So I'll do another trailer and then we'll move forward with the news that I want to share. while he's doing a series, you have Alan Ritchson is doing his first movie that he has helped produce. Yeah. Except I was reading all about it. It's called Motor City. Motor City. Where did you go? Motor City, Motor City, Motor. Ah, damn it. Where did you go, Motor City? Hold on. And it's he's supposed to go to the premiere. Wasn't it a film festival? There it is. Okay. Except the film only has 5 lines of dialogue. It is an action film set in Detroit in the 70s. And he said they wanted to combine like the hyper vigilant style of action in John Wick with everything fresh and new, with this pacing that relates everything without dialogue. And there's only one clip so far.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I dig unique takes on stuff. I do think that a lot of modern writers and stuff like that are so far up their own ass that they're more interested in like writing these long ass monologues to talk about stuff. I do think that doing movies that don't have a lot of dialogue is a return to like the art form of show don't tell. But it almost, I'll be honest, some of it feels a little bit like they're trying to train new directors and filmmakers on how to do this, but can't openly say that that's what they're doing because but listen, if I'm going to watch an action film, I don't need a lot of dialogue. John Wick doesn't have a lot of dialogue. And if that's the lesson that they're learning is, hey, let's stop talking about it and stop having all these big ass monologues and start showing people how cool stuff is, I'm all for it because that's all I need in an action film is good action. So
there's supposedly the Deadline article didn't have much about it where this clip is from because they haven't released the trailer yet. Is they're going to be using soundtrack in place of dialogue and action. Like
that could be weird, actually.
Yeah, I'll play I think it's a 50-second clip. Damn it. How do I get that damn pause off the damn thing? So we can. Basically what they're doing is he said the story is dirty cop sets him up and he gets arrested, then he has to fight back. It's kind of like Walking Tall and John Wick all combined in 1970s Detroit. And he said it's bloody as hell, pure action, trying to go back to the Arnold and Stallone days, but with our level of violence.
Well, and also, I mean, if you look at a lot of the action movies from the 70s, I mean, like my favorite movie of all time is The Warriors, and and I think that movie probably has like 15 lines of dialogue in the whole fucking film. I mean, I'm for it, man. If it's done right, I think it could be cool.
Well, the thing is, like, sorry, that you saw, like, you'll see them talking, but we won't hear it because they'll have the soundtrack running. They're like, you only hear 5 lines of dialogue. I don't know. Can that work today?
You can if you know what you're doing. My concern is, this is what I was worried about, and I'm glad you showed a clip of it, is I'm also concerned that if the TikTok generation and directors that are looking at the TikTok generation think that disseminating that into film is going to be what sells movies, because what it becomes is like, well, how can we clip farm things? How can we make these moments that like somebody that watches TikTok goes, oh, I love this, I'll clip this out and put this on social media and it'll look really good. Because the pacing of that was kind of slow, and I get what they're trying to do with the music, but like, what is that? I don't know what the music is supposed to tell me in that scene. It's just like cool trendy music in that moment, you know. Like now you have cool trendy music in like a moment where like a bunch of action's going down, like Rambo Last Blood starts playing what is it, AC/DC starts pumping through the speakers and like these Vietnam tunnels that he built in like Mexico. I'm all for it. Like, you know, it just depends on if you know what you're doing or not. And one of the most egregious examples we have like right now is like Daredevil, Born Again. The last scene of the film or of the season is literally a TikTok edit. That's where they got it from, because that song was trending on TikTok and they knew that they could use it and that it would make people go, oh wow, that's really cool. Because then I showed people the edits that they have of Daredevil on that, and it's almost the exact shot for what they showed at the end of that season. So like, I would love for it to be that they're trying to do a return to form to action films, and music is a big part of it. But I'm also concerned that they're trying to also be like, oh, look at that. We can make a lot of cool moments that we could sell on social media for this. You know?
That makes sense.
Go ahead, Steph.
Unfortunately, like the trendy stuff on TikTok is just created by people on TikTok. You know, a lot of it, you can tell what is manufactured and what isn't. But there's a lot of like things that just happen organically on TikTok, kind of like the Minecraft stuff, the Minions, the whole Gentle Minions movement, the Barbie and Oppenheimer. So like all of that stuff just happens organically when studios push it, and you can tell it's very inorganic. It's just meant to try and get people to theaters. It not only ruins movies, but it ruins like the marketing of movies as well. And, you know, people on TikTok, they understand and know when they're sort of like being marketed to by studios, and they're like, nah, not gonna do it. Like they like things that happen organically, and they want to be a part of that type of thing.
Yeah, TikTok is its own medium. You can't try to capture the medium of TikTok and then translate it over to film. That's not going to work, you know.
I 100% agree. Yeah, I just,
But you know,
I don't think
want to.
I don't think studios
really
understand that at all.
Yeah, studios don't. They really don't.
Desperately need that. I know. I mean, you can look on Twitter and see it. You'll see something that has 18 million views, and it's some person that took one clip from some shitty movie, and they go, "This movie was so criminally underrated." And everyone goes, "Oh my god, yeah, I always thought that." I'm like, the rest of this movie is dog shit except for this one scene.
Exactly.
Like, you know,
So true.
Exactly.
That's what sells, and studios see that and they go, oh wow, well if we market our movies like this, then maybe people will think our stuff is good.
Nah,
like, and so
it's not going to work that way, man.
Nope,
it doesn't work that way. It's two different mediums. It's two different. You gotta film is film. Okay, TikTok is TikTok. Don't try to combine the two. It doesn't work that way.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like the trick my cousin pulled on me.
The separate marketing from like the TikTok marketing, even if when you put that over to X, two separate platforms, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine on TikTok. It's weird on X, you know, and that's why a lot of people are looking at the TikTok marketing that is posted on X, and they're like, "What is this? This is so gay." Okay, yeah, but it works on TikTok.
But it worked over there. Right, exactly.
It's kind of like looking across the room at a bar, and you're like, "That's a really hot girl." Then you get closer, and you're like, "Hey, honey, you want a drink?" Yeah.
Yeah, look at those knuckles. Yeah.
That's why they're called Decepticons.
Yeah.
So who's ready for this? Y'all saw the cast that came out the other day for I never thought this was going to get made, but now they have the cast is out.
They're putting it together. They're actually trying to make this movie. It's one of the rare Star Wars projects that might actually happen. You know, shocker.
Yeah, they.
Although it has to be said, this came out before Rey.
Yep.
Yeah, it came out before
This
Rey.
happened before Rey.
Oh.
They dragged Daisy Ridley out to the stage in Star Wars Celebration. What was that? 2023 in London. And not only did Mando and Grogu, they didn't announce Mando and Grogu on that panel because I was there. I was actually in London at Star Wars Celebration in 2023 in that panel. And they brought Daisy Ridley out there in front of her countrymen, all right, in front of the UK. and they said, we bringing a Daisy Ridley Ray movie out there to the whole world, and everybody cheered. And not everybody, like half the audience kind of clapped. And now 2 movies have bypassed her. Okay. Yep. Mando and Grogu, they greenlit that, got that made. That's coming out next year. And now this movie. And Ray is just, they forgot about Ray. All right.
I know. And it's odd is that I was reading it on Star Wars.
That's pretty good. Oh,
it's
man.
screwy though. What she must think of it, because when you go to StarWars.com and you get the cast list, it tells you that this takes place 5 years after 9. So Ray would still be alive. I mean, how are they going to explain her? I mean,
they'll probably have some teaser at the end or something that shows her, try to build hype for it, because they desperately need this to work. What's funny to me is the fact that they use, I get it, but they're using like the original Star Wars music because they got to like try to build a little bit in this. Oh, guys, remember it's Star Wars. Like, isn't that cool?
Remember, this is coming out the 50th anniversary. This is going to be the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. This is 2027. Man. So 50 years of Star Wars, this is what they're coming out with.
But what do you think? What do y'all give it as chances? DA, what do you say? A billion?
The cast is dynamite. Look, that cast.
No, I'm
Ryan
talking
Gosling,
about
Amy Adams.
I know that, but the brand today is dead.
Oh, the brand is dead, bro. The brand is being dead. All right, long dead. It's at the bottom of the ocean, man. It's at the bottom of the ocean underneath whale shit. That's how bad this movie and this brand is at this point in time. So I don't know if we'll find out, I guess, with Mando and Grogu, how much interest there is in Star Wars still, but like this to me, the cast looks really good, and the fact that Sean Levy is making it's interesting, but I don't think it's Disney Star Wars. It's Disney Star Wars, and nobody cares about Disney Star Wars. They have lost all of their OG audience. The OGs are gone.
But
so who's left? The people that they've been trying to build up and make Star Wars fans, that the Acolyte. You saw what happened with the Acolyte. The Acolyte got canceled.
Yeah,
because that's at this point in time, Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, it's a forgotten memory, man. It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
But do you think
Star Wars is done, man? Like we've look. Here's the thing: Mando and Grogu might get a little bit of a pull just because of the fact that number one is Pedro. The women like Pedro, but I mean, even then, that doesn't really mean anything because Fantastic Four fucking bombs.
Prove that,
but I mean, it has that going for them, and some people still like Baby Yoda. I'm not gonna call him Grogu. So that might do a little something. But this movie, this Star Pilot movie or whatever, Starfighter, it's not gonna do much, man. Ryan Gosling is a draw in some things he does.
Okay.
He doesn't have the best track record as far
Fall
as
Fall Guy didn't, and that was fun.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Ryan Gosling, he's hit or miss, man. More than people think he is.
Well, because they remember Barbie and La La Land, and
yes, I think that's why they got Sean Levy, because everybody's like, oh my gosh, Deadpool and Wolverine, that was so great. So let's get Sean Levy. Everybody loved Ryan Gosling as Ken. It was such a movement. We're gonna get Ryan Gosling. Mia Goth is completely popular with Gen Z and younger. Yep. We need to get Mia Goth in the movie. That'll capture that audience and bring them in. This is
Matt Smith.
They
Matt
know
Smith too. Don't forget Matt Smith.
Matt Smith as well. Yeah, let's get Matt Smith. He's like the most favorite character in House of the Dragon. We got to get him into. They know that their brand is dead, and that's why everybody's talking about this cast. It's like it's a killer cast directed by Sean Levy. Hell yeah, because they need something to get you excited because their brand is dead.
Yep.
So they need these popular actors. I think like Ryan Gosling, his career is currently, is in an upward turn. Like I feel like he's getting his moment, even though he's been in a lot of things. He's just skyrocketing right now. He's having his moment, which is good. But I'm looking at this movie. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, and I'm not shitting on Gosling. In fact, one of my favorite movies of his is Drive, man, and I think that
Drive is awesome.
Favorite films.
Yeah,
Gosling's an amazing actor, but I just think that right now, nothing is going to save the Star Wars brand.
No,
I don't think so. Like, I don't think it's going to happen.
The only way you save Star Wars is you have to shit can the sequels. You got to just basically send all of that, everything Disney Star Wars needs to go away. All right. You need to just completely rebrand. All right. It's kind of like Cracker Barrel, how they tried to change the logo. And then all of a sudden, like basically that's what you're doing with Disney Star Wars. You got to change everybody's opinion of Disney Star Wars by getting rid of the sequel trilogy, everything that, the Mandoverse, Acolyte, all of that stuff. It needs to go. All right. And then basically you need to recanonize the EU and you need to start over. That's the only way that you save this brand. If you do, and then of course, fire everybody at Lucasfilm. Everybody at Lucasfilm has destroyed what should have been the premier movie brand of forever. There's no bigger brand, in my opinion, than Star Wars, going all the way back to the 70s, the 80s, into the 90s and the 2000s. Everybody loves Star Wars. And now people can't stand it. And that's all because of Kathleen Kennedy and everybody that works over there at Lucasfilm. So you got to fire those people, and then you got to rebrand. Then you got to come back with the EU and say, okay, the EU, we're going to recast Han, Luke, and Leia. We're going to go ahead and do Heir to the Empire. And you might have a chance. You might have a chance.
As long as it's a part of Disney, that'll never happen.
I agree.
That'll never happen.
That's like my one shot in the dark.
This is the kind of film that you release in between your other major films to boost your brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no brand to boost. Everything's dead. So this will be. I will say this. It's very possible that this is a good film. There are a lot of working things. It's gonna look great. Cinematographer is phenomenal. The same guy that did F1 and what was the other movie he just recently did too? I don't remember now off the top of my head, but yeah, like they're picking the right people. Sean Levy is a good director, but this is not the movie that you release to save your brand. This is the thing that you do to make your audience go, man, they're just killing it with Star Wars projects right now.
Right.
This will be what Rogue One was for a moment. I know a lot of people don't like Rogue One as much now.
I love Rogue One,
but a lot of people loved it, and it was a thing that you could release on a smaller budget that just kind of boosts things. Oh yeah, this is a good project, but most people don't have to go see it. The fans that are a fan of Star Wars can go see it. So
like the last thing that felt like Star Wars to me, and I know people will disagree with me on this, is Andor. I felt like that felt like Star Wars to me, and and it's weird because it's kind of like not really, but it still gave me all the feels of the old Star Wars, where I don't think they can do anything now that's going to ever do that again.
No, and then they have Ahsoka 2 coming out, which I didn't even know it had a second season, but it's
surprisingly, I think there's Obi-Wan 2 coming. Obi-Wan's getting a sequel.
I hear that back and forth. It is. Yeah, it's odd. But
By
then
the way, Star Wars is going back to a niche franchise. Something that the general audience really isn't checking for. Everybody in the general, we've moved on. They've moved on from Star Wars. So Star Wars is now back to niche territory where, novels and maybe some video games might take off with Star Wars fans. But the general public doesn't care because they destroyed every possibility that this could be good, with the sequel trilogy. So that's how I say, if you got rid of the sequel trilogy, that shows that you actually are thinking about what you've done to your franchise. And if you're thinking, then I don't think anybody over there right now in Lucasfilm is thinking. I don't think they think that they've done anything wrong, even though the brand has been completely burned to the ground. I don't think they think they've done anything wrong. Well, if they do, then why ain't they doing something about it? They got they spent $4 billion on this thing. They spent $4 billion on this, and they burned it to the ground.
They got to save face, man.
They got Kathleen Kennedy. Until she's gone, I don't think anything will change.
She will never admit she did anything wrong. She'll never admit that.
We just got like something very similar, a peek behind the curtain with Marvel, with all of those guys, and what's his name, Bo DeMeo telling everybody it is behind the scenes. If you don't think that that's the same culture throughout Disney everywhere, I mean, 100%. There's no way that they're going to ever admit they're artists. We're making art. We're helping the world. Kathleen Kennedy believes that she is single-handedly helping women for the future of young girls everywhere and stuff. So she's never going to admit that she's wrong. They're going to point fingers at everyone around them and say that they're the reason that things failed. If culture wasn't so toxic, if it wasn't for all these men on the internet, these toxic people on the internet constantly yelling about things and stuff. I mean, hell, Hollywood's straight up telling you how they feel. This new Jessica Chastain show or movie that they announced where she's going after people. You want to know another one I've been very critical of, but I'm telling you was a total example.
No, what is
I
it?
haven't seen it either. What is it?
Oh, it's
What
bad.
is
Hold on,
it?
let me find it. I'll put it.
Somebody
I'll
find it, please,
But
Steph.
like,
I need
or
to watch
even
this.
even you know, Matt Reeves in the Batman. Who's the villain of that? The Riddler, who's a chronically online guy who
Right.
basically sits on 4chan all day and weaponizes a bunch of people to become extremists and go, you know, shoot up a stadium full of black people. That's
It's in the
literally the
private
plot of
sector.
that film. Like, you don't think that Hollywood's telling you exactly who they think the enemy is? Like, these are the new people that they want to sell as the bad guys. People on YouTube, people on forums, people on Twitter talking about this stuff. They're going to keep their free fall going as they scream into the void at everyone around them that they're not the
But
failures
everybody
that
has
we are.
rejected their vision. Their
Doesn't
audience
matter.
has
matter.
rejected them
Doesn't matter.
wholeheartedly. When do these people wake up? Like, are y'all
They
ever
don't
going to
wake
wake up and realize that your audience has slammed the door in your face? This is
No.
They don't wake-
crazy,
you
man.
don't-
They won't. They
wake up-
won't. And this is hot. Why? They live in a bubble.
ahead,
That's
Steph.
what it's a Hollywood bubble. They live in
Yep.
in echo chambers of people, you know, patting them on the back, saying this is the direct way we're going to go. Eventually, the audience will accept it. Eventually, they live in eventualities. Eventually, this will happen. Eventually, we'll see a return on investment. Eventually, we'll get there. Eventually, it's never going to happen.
They're
never
It's
narcissists.
never going to happen. But
This-
because they surround themselves with all of these yes people
Okay.
in their echo chamber, patting themselves on the back, saying, "Yay, you did a great job. This is what we need. This is what the culture needs." They're going to continue to do it. They don't
Yeah.
listen to anything else.
Is this
gotta
what
see
you're
this.
talking about? Yeah, because I haven't seen this.
Oh my gosh, you have to watch it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Hey kids, come on.
What's she looking at? She's working.
She's working. I thought this was a no-work weekend, Mom.
It's gonna be a coordinated mass attack. Blood will be shed. Locked and loaded. Been planted for months. The hunt has begun.
Oh, what the fuck?
What do you do there all day? All night sometimes. I track people who are planning attacks. My job.
So they're going to try to, okay, yeah. What kind of full of shit is this? They're trying to gaslight and program the public.
Remember, you know, she's married to a black guy, you know, so she obviously isn't racist. She's obviously an ally of everyone around her, you know, and she's just trying to do the right thing, you know. This is what they see as this is who they see as the bad guys.
Yep.
Do you know
People on
the
the internet.
FBI? Do you know the FBI put out a report last year under Biden? Biden's own FBI put out that the actual number between KKK and skinheads nationally out of 340 million people is less than 3,000. That's not even a pimple. So, yeah.
Is pretending
The-
to
the,
think like them.
What is it?
The Apple TV's description of this movie is by day, Jody is your average suburban mom. By night, she's uncovering the darkest corners of the internet.
She must be on Roblox.
Oh my God.
Well, they'll never call that out.
Never. Oh my God.
You know, it's funny because it's like they want their cake. They want to have their cake and eat it too. And that they'll yell and scream that we're all like everybody on the internet that criticizes films or all this stuff are a bunch of incels living in their mom's basement, like overweight incels. And then we're also like militant soldier, like sleeper cell soldiers ready to like, you know, overthrow the whole government. Like at a moment's notice. It's like, which one is it? Like, you know, but once again, this is Hollywood right now and current writers. It is not about writing from experience or anything. It's about how can we reflect the world in all of our art and make people understand and know what's going on. And if you watch the rest of this trailer, it is like a desperate plea for you to understand how dangerous this all is.
I need to see the rest of this.
Stop those people from doing really bad things.
FBI, on your knees!
That's why we call her the Savant.
Snipers.
I'm telling you right now, man.
Bombings.
liberal women are going to be rubbing one out to the show.
Oh, they're creaming themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's so brave.
Yeah.
You just found the premise of your novel, Dante.
She's gonna put. They're gonna put that in there.
You're gonna get this, but then throw in the Minotaur, the imps, and you go. It's Jessica Chastain falls in love with an undercover FBI Minotaur who was a former white supremacist.
Who goes after
He flipped him.
skinheads.
Yes.
This is a
And he pegs them while she pegs him.
Yeah,
That's a
This is a
book with
pill-popping, liberal, white liberal woman's wet dream.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Ambushes. We're on the verge of serious
She's talking about bushes already. She's waiting for the milkman.
violence. I've been watching him for a year and a half. He's recruiting for something. I don't know what it is, but
They just forgot one thing, that he probably comes from the Middle East and has a kafir.
That guy's actually I think that's the guy from Halo that played Master Chief, which is look where he's at with his career now. That's cool.
Paramount, just real quick, I'm going to hit play, but they're buying Call of Duty to turn it into a series.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe.
Good Lord.
it's massive.
This guy isn't just planning violence. He's out to make a statement.
What kind of a statement?
Look at it. Go back a little bit when they're walking down the
refers
street.
to with a month and a
What is it?
Go back a little bit when they're walking down the street.
I'm offended. Where is
Look at-
the Greek guy?
No, where they're walking down the street. Right there. Look at the guy's shirt. Land of the free, home of the brave. These are American patriots who are.
I have a shirt like that.
That's who. Those are the bad guys, right?
Those are the bad
Those are
guys.
the bad
American
guys.
patriots.
Those are the bad
They
guys.
are-
People that are patriotic.
They are begging you. They are pleading with you to understand that these people are the real villains here, because that all they know is indoctrination, and they have to make these people the bad guys so that you understand that the only people on the right side of this, which is also funny because once again, the hero is like a liberal white woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the only person that can save us is a liberal white woman.
Yeah.
And like back to, because I never take a chance to take a shot at the Batman. The only hero in that was the billionaire that everybody kept talking about was a piece of garbage.
I know.
If he didn't have all that money, he would have never been able to stop that. Like,
since you're talking about Batman, and the Variety article that when Richard was talking about Motor City, asked him if he was going to be that. There's a lot of talk about Gunn putting him as the next Batman. He's like, there's a lot of talk. Gunn wants to put me in something.
yeah, he ain't gonna be Batman. There's no way.
I was like a Dark Knight. He has the body for the Dark Knight, but yeah, I don't see it. Just because you
I
kept
don't
mentioning Batman.
What kind of a statement?
the kind that history refers to with a month and a date.
January 6th.
They mentioned it, bro. That's so wild, bro. They're like, hey,
January 6th.
can you throw it in there? Can you make a reference to it? Yeah.
Is Trump in there? Because he's got to be.
Goodness. It's like, can you,
Wow.
the lady puts down her Minotaur book, starts watching the show, and she's like, oh, yeah, keep telling me about it. Mention it. Say it, January 6th. She's like, oh my God, they did. They said it. And it's like,
Yep.
Jeez, bro, this is wild stuff.
OnlyFans is going to have an uptick of all these liberal women signing on.
Yeah. Jeez, bro. Oh my gosh.
There you go,
no.
Dante. I just gave you your $1 billion idea. You're going to join OnlyFans and you're going to hide behind an avatar and an AI voice and you're going to read it to them.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Oh, she was a soldier too. So she's like, I see now.
Kids are going to die.
We need to infiltrate further.
I don't think you should keep pushing this.
Listen to me. They have photos of your family.
You think if you engage with terrible things, you're daring even worse things to happen.
This is terrible.
It is,
Liberal
thank
white
you.
women versus
I cannot
straight
wait to watch
white
this.
man.
I cannot
Thank you
wait
for
to watch
showing
this and review this. This is going to
Yeah.
be gold.
I actually
Yes,
feel bad for
it is.
Jessica, man, because she's actually a good actress.
She is.
She's a
but
good
she
actress.
picks shit. She picks shit.
But they
This
playing
was
to the
bad.
wrong crowd. Hey, look, George, I just shared something.
Okay.
It kind of fits the narrative on this whole conversation that we've been having, man.
Hold on, let me get it. I
Well,
couldn't
that's happening
believe
too.
that.
By the way, what's funny is like savant is supposed to refer to somebody that has like is highly skilled in a certain area, but typically a savant is also related to somebody that has like severe, yeah, they're autistic.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Rain Man is a savant.
Savant,
Like
yeah.
yeah, so like this woman, like her special skill is that she's completely autistic, except she can sit there and like read 4chan. That's her special power.
Yeah.
She's like, I understand the 4chan code, bro. It's wild. I can't believe it, bro.
Yeah, just go ahead and play it.
I saw it on CNN. A white lady said, "Nobody knows black struggle like white women." And I thought I was having a good life until I got basic cable.
That's it.
Oh, I love
But
that.
ain't it the truth though, man? Like all these cats trying to tell everybody, white liberal women trying to constantly tell everybody what the real scoop is, and all the people that are outside is like, man, we don't live like that, we don't feel like that, but here we are.
You are correct. We have one more thing to cover, and then we're out of here. But that was well, you got to go. That's right.
Me and Steph both got to bounce.
No problem. Thank you so much for coming, Mike. You got to come back again.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Listen, we're gonna push past the conspiracy. We're gonna make it happen.
We are.
So.
We are,
Yeah.
and I'll give you your.
How
tax
much is the
later.
how much is the tax for you, George?
I'll give you the tax later.
It's free. I'm not taxing nobody.
Okay, no taxes.
You heard it, everybody. So if Mike charges the tax,
that's what I've been saying for months, and they keep showing up everywhere.
I feel it. None.
That's wild. No, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. It's good to see you guys. Always good to see you, Steph. Even though I know you've been mad at me for a little while because Mario
Stop
Kart.
running
But
me
no, I
over in
appreciate you
Mario
guys.
Kart.
Yeah, I'm gonna run you over again.
We gotta play Mario one day. We gotta do that. We gotta.
You
do
won't
that.
want to be friends with me after that, George. Like
It's okay. I win. I crush everybody at that game, so you might not like me.
There you go. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
It's all right. Thank you, Mike. Steph, please tell everybody what you gonna do next, what you got coming up, and hopefully we can have you back next week.
Yeah. Well, coming up, I have my gaming stream with Disbrew, or it's going to
Sweet.
be awful because I suck at gaming. We've been doing it for a year, and I really don't think I'm improving. And then after that, I have Talk Nerdy over on my channel. We'll probably go over some of the same things that we talked about here today. It's just going to be me tonight. I usually have a co-host, Mara, but she can't make it tonight. So it's just me talking to the chat, asking you guys your opinion on everything. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Well, I hope
Thanks
you
for
have a
the
great
invite.
time. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have a great day.
see you,
Cheers,
Steph.
Steph.
See ya. And okay, really quickly before we get to this next thing, who has seen Alien Earth?
I haven't.
I have. I actually like it a lot, man.
I like it. I think it shit the bed a little bit in episode 4, but I have found so much hate for it, and I don't understand it.
You know what it is for me, man? I feel like people are expecting every episode to be, the xenomorph is killing a bunch of people, right? And like an alien movie. It's like, dude, this is a TV show, right? There needs to be like, some progression here. There needs to be character development, right? Which I feel like we're getting a lot of, in a really good way. Those first 2 episodes, you had the action. It was a lot of xenomorph killing a bunch of people in those first 2 episodes, right?
Right.
But now we're in the 3rd and 4th episode. We're getting a lot more, backstory on that company, on the Prodigy company, and I feel like, and then you have the cyborg, the rogue cyborg out there that's kind of hunting them down. Like for me, this is a good show. I feel, and Noah Hawley, because I loved his stuff on Legion. He is so good at taking these concepts, right? Because this guy did a whole ass fucking X-Men show,
Right, Legion,
without it being an X-Men show, right?
which was weird.
And he's doing this with Alien in a way where it's like it's giving you almost an appreciation in a way that Prometheus and those other movies took away from Alien for me. Like I hated Alien because of those movies. Right. I felt like Prometheus was awful. I thought the movie that came after it was awful. But this show is kind of like giving me a new love for the Alien franchise. So I don't know. So far for me, it's hitting on all cylinders.
I've been enjoying it, but I just see everybody shredding it. So I was, because I had that emergency last Sunday, so I had taken the day and I rested afterwards, and I rewatched the first 3 episodes because it's like I'm hearing people are saying, like, you got these hybrid humans who are immortal, and then they're sent into combat and they haven't been trained. And I'm like, when you hear actually what happens, the person who sends them states specifically, this is a search and rescue. They think they're just sending them into rubble.
Right. They don't know that they're sending them into like a nest of aliens. It's like, hey, you know, this disaster happened. Let's see how these hybrids react to like just saving people from debris.
Which is, of course, they're like Superman. I mean, without the flying, they're almost invulnerable, except.
Well, but then they have the minds of children, but yeah.
Correct. I don't know. It's like I've been enjoying it, except for, like I said, episode 4, but I'm going to continue. Now, what about Peacemaker? Y'all watch Peacemaker?
I've been watching that.
It is shit.
Look,
Just
man,
it's shit.
It's not great. I like the first season a lot. Like a lot. This season so far, I don't know what they're doing, dude. Like I really don't. Like it seems stupid to me. Like it almost seems like, look, man, they have the perfect opportunity in that first episode to be like, hey, you know what? We are in the Snyderverse right now, but because of this portal, because of this, you know, dimensional thing, we can now go into the Gunverse, right? And have the story be, you know, now we are in James Gunn's universe, right? Like there was a way to do this where the transition would have been so
tongue in cheek, even. Yeah, you can even play with it. Gunn could be in it. Yeah.
But the problem is it's James Gunn, and this is what James Gunn does. This is his style. All right. I don't think James Gunn can get away from himself. You know, everywhere you go, there he is. So I think the problem is that James Gunn probably shouldn't have been the overarching vision for this entire universe. I think that the DCU right now is. I enjoyed Superman for the most part. I thought it was fine. It's still a mid movie, but I thought that there was something you could build on. When you start getting into fucking orgies, like this is the next thing that you want to show us. You want to show us orgies. You want to show us graphic violence and brutality and all of that. I'm like, come on, James Gunn. Like you're trying to build this universe out for a broad audience. At least that's what you should be trying to do if you want to be successful. The story that they're telling right now, just aside from all of that, the story is just not interesting to me right now. I don't find any interest in any of the characters. I think that they have all kind of downgraded. Like Adebayo is not the same character that she was in the first Harcourt. Right. It's not as good as she was. Like she was a much better character. Now she's kind of regressed. And the same thing with Peacemaker. Now, the one thing that I do like is that, Peacemaker, you know, possibly seeing what his future or what his life could have been if, you know, he hadn't, you know,
psychotic.
If he hadn't killed his father and his, you know, killed his father and his brother. So, you know, it's like, I thought that was an interesting, like, okay, let's see what his life could have been and everything. But everything else in this series right now is just failing in my opinion. I don't find any interest in any of this right now. This is a backward step. You know, again, just build out a solid universe. I don't know why he did Peacemaker right now. Like, why are you going to Peacemaker?
See, here's my problem. Here's my problem, DA, with it when I thought about it. Okay. Gabe was here. That joined. Gabe El Taib joined us 3 weeks ago. Remember? He said something which has stuck in my head when the series started, because he spoke about it, I think, right as the first episode came out. And I see this orgy, a cock in one face and then a breast in the other. And I'm like, what the hell is this doing in a superhero film that is attached to Superman?
Right.
Superman is not supposed to have any material like that.
Like if this is project number 30 in the DCU, okay. You know, that's like way down the line. This is like the third thing that you've done. And the first one was Creature Commandos, which also had a sex scene in a bathroom. So you have sex, you have gore, you have nudity, you have graphic violence, you have all of this stuff going on in your universe in the first couple of, you know, projects. And to me, that's not the tone you need to set. Look, the MCU has dropped the ball. All right. And this is a open opportunity for James Gunn to grab up a lot of market share and say, okay, we're going to grab all of these people that love the MCU but don't like what Marvel is doing now.
Right.
And he's failed because now he wants to go, oh, I'm going to do all of my graphic, bloody trauma shit. Like, well, okay, this isn't the same tone, bro. You got to change up. And James Gunn, to me, has not progressed as a filmmaker. He just hasn't. He's the same dude that he was. He hasn't changed a bit. And we really needed a good, strong, like, vision for the DC universe. So this is just playing into the comic book fatigue, comic book movies. We talked about bad comic book movies, and that's what it really was. It wasn't comic book fatigue or superhero fatigue, I should say. It was bad movie fatigue. I think that people are just checked out of this shit, man. No, the DC is not the boys. You can't do the same shit with DC that you're doing with the boys, man. So, like, this is just stupid to me. I'm sorry, man. I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna continue to watch it, but I'm not feeling this at all.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like I always go back to Tarantino. I love all his movies. What I love about him is that he's always pushing himself. I've gotten hooked on a podcast called The Church of Tarantino. If y'all haven't heard of it.
Oh, yeah, man. That's a good podcast. Absolutely.
It is, because they like break down every week, and they've been doing this for years. Everything he does, what he would think, what he'd say. And they finally had him on 3 weeks ago. So I listened to the whole 3-hour conversation. And Tarantino was like one of the key things that he does. And he goes, that I do for every project, for every film, is he was saying, like, let's say you did LSD and you had a trip, and he goes, I want to relay that onto the screen. Well, he goes, people would do that before, but then that makes no sense to anybody else. And you're going to be, I'm going to want to watch this. He goes, I want to take my imagination and then create a story that grabs everyone, tells what I want to say, and that hooks you from the jump. Meaning every script that he writes, he wants to do something he's never done before, and he doesn't know if he can lift the weight. When I heard that, just the way he put it, like, he wants to tackle something that he doesn't know he can actually complete or fulfill.
Right.
I think that's what pushes him. When I look at Gunn, I like Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy. I do love them. I liked a little bit of trauma when I was younger. It was like, okay. I mean, I didn't have anything against it, but I'm seeing in DC that, to me, it's a repeat of Guardians, but it's like Guardians of the Galaxy director shows up to make DC. Does that make sense? Like, Marvel is making DC. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Well, George, because what happens is a lot of times when these guys try to venture out of what they do, they're exposed, right? Like, I remember when Kevin Smith, when he did Red State, right? That movie was so different than anything he's ever done. It wasn't the usual Kevin Smith,
I remember
Jay and Silent Bob humor. Yeah. Red State was like some real shit, and I honestly, I liked it. I thought Red State
I heard. I loved it. I wanted him to get the money to finish the rest of it. When he said there are trumpets and angels supposed to come, I wanted to see that.
I was like, wow, that was Kevin Smith. Like, I was even surprised it was Kevin Smith, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that once you've built this reputation and built like your look, your sound, right, and you try to do something different, it's hard, to stay in that, because people expect you to go back to, what you were doing before, right? They're expecting Jay and Silent Bob again.
Right.
So,
if he didn't have Superman and Peacemaker connected, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like,
right. There were two different things.
I couldn't care.
And that's really the problem I have with it. I don't mind all the crazy stuff in Peacemaker.
No, because that's Peacemaker. But once you tied Superman,
if it was separate from Superman, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's just two different things, right?
Absolutely.
But the fact that they pushed the DVD, the release on streaming for Superman to coincide with Peacemaker, that's crazy to me.
He literally said, I did it, right, so that everybody could watch Superman before Peacemaker came out. Like, what do the two of these have to get? Like, what do they have in common?
Right.
Like, they have nothing in common. So why are you trying to connect the two of them so hard? And then, of course, little kids would say, oh, okay, I got to go and watch Peacemaker next, because that's the next thing in the DCU.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
That's crazy.
Hey, Mom, can I watch this? And the first episode got a full frontal nudity.
Right.
All right. Schlong swinging around, teddy swinging. I mean, it's just like,
crazy.
What are we doing, man?
That's why I don't like it that it was connected to Superman, because you're gonna have kids who are gonna I want to see what happened. Is Superman in it? Because they're gonna see the teaser. It's got Green Lantern. It's got Hawkgirl. That's why I don't. Plus, it didn't start making sense to me. So I'm watching and I'm like, okay. Then I read yesterday that he is moving forward with an Amanda Waller series. I'm like, okay. So he's now going to repeat what Amazon wants to do with the Bond universe. An M series, a Q series, a fuck series. I'm like, who wants to see an Amanda Waller series? But then I'm like, wait a minute. He still wants to use Viola Davis for the DCU. I'm like, but she was in the DCEU. So she's here. Peacemaker's here, but Batman's for Affleck isn't, Cavill isn't. It's like half are, half aren't. I don't know.
Yeah, and he even talked about bringing Bloodsport back. And I'm just kinda like,
really? I didn't hear
I'm
that.
like, so basically, you're bringing back all these Snyderverse characters,
except for the leads,
the ones that he worked with. That's who he's
Yeah.
bringing back. Yeah, if he's bringing back Idris Elba, he's bringing back the people that he worked with. You know, nobody else. That's ridiculous, man.
So it's odd. And I found this before we get going. I found this clip of nope, that's the wrong one. That's John. That's a joke they did. I found this clip of David Cornsweet because I do like David Cornsweet. I like his acting. I like the way he represents Superman. And when I saw his audition tape for it, I liked it more. I think he did a better job auditioning for Superman to me than Gunn did in his take of it. Look at this. This is a David Cornsweet's audition that he sent into DC.
Sorry, I thought this was going to be more of like an overall profile,
Oh, well, I don't think we actually
because
discussed
that seems a little bit dark.
dark.
I like a serious, dark question, don't you think?
You thought I was going to write a piece?
No, 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 no. I just felt a little bit
What?
tacky.
Attack?
I'm not saying you meant it that
See,
way.
but this is what I'm saying. You're so used to interviewing yourself. You think that even the most innocuous of question
Innocuous. You're accusing me of defying international treaties.
because you defied international treaties.
To save lives, yes.
Oh, international protocols be damned, right? What if everybody did that?
This is a hit piece.
What?
You're doing a hit piece on me.
See, this to me right here is how Superman would respond, not the what do you know that crap that he did in the movie where he yells and freaks out.
Doing a
I think you're right.
these questions that anyone would ask.
It's fine.
He smiles
As
throughout.
a matter
See,
of fact, I actually have to go.
see, that's to me what.
This is what you do every time.
That's a good audition right there, man.
Nothing's
Yep.
wrong, and you pout and you leave.
Nothing is wrong. I am not pouting, and I have things to do at home.
Whatever.
Well, all right, now who's pouting? Fine. Silent treatment? I don't care. Fine.
See how he controls his composure, his demeanor. I'm like, that's Superman.
Yeah.
Not that I got angry bit, and I was like, he did a better job directing himself, I think, than Gunn did. But
I did. I agree. That's a great a great audition, man.
Oh yeah, definitely is. All right, got 3 super chats. Jeremy Griggs dad for $2. Glenn Powell can't save Michigan Saturday. Boomer. Thank you for that, Jeremy Griggs dad. Kelechi for $2. Hail George panel. When is Anton Daniels coming back? I am sending him an email. I had sent him one to his staff, I think, a month ago. I think he was busy, but I will send one again because I love Anton Daniels.
Yeah, he's a busy guy, man. He has like 5 shows going on right now or something crazy.
Oh yeah, brilliant guy. Jay is Pena member for 3 months. Watch Primitive War better than JWR. Okay, we'll check that out. Thank you
love
for that,
it, man. Primitive War is great, man. Great movie. Apocalypse Now meets Jurassic Park. Loved it.
Really?
R-rated. That's basically what it is. R-rated. It's bloody. The story is very interesting. Good movie. All right.
Oh.
I hope that guy. I forgot his name. I hope he gets. I hope he gets a lot of work in Hollywood because he deserves it. He did.
Yeah,
a
I've
great
heard
job.
nothing but good things about it. So
I'm gonna watch it. I cannot wait. I want to show this last. I wanted to read y'all. Now, tell me if you think this is real. No, here it is. So I'm working on my different Roblox videos, right? And I found this post where this adult asked a question. Would I be in the wrong if I missed my daughter's birth for the Jailbreak Live event? So basically, my daughter's due date is Saturday morning, and I told my girl I wouldn't be able to make it. She asked why, and I told her, babe, OG Jailbreak is returning. What's really the more important event right now? So now she's mad and isn't talking to me. I've been getting texts from family and friends calling me a deadbeat, basically saying I should feel ashamed. I don't get it. I can always just make another kid, but this event is a one-time thing. I'm like, I found a ton of these. And I'm like, are they trolling? Are they serious?
They got to be trolling.
I don't know.
They got to be trolling, man.
I was like,
miss your child's birth for
that's trolling.
Yeah, come on.
Well, it was just Connor Dorian, Charlie Manx for $5. The movie I'm looking forward to see the most in September is The Long Walk. Yes, great book. Robert Meyer Burnett told me about it. It was a Stephen King novel. I have not gotten to it yet, but he had told me the story behind it a few months ago, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. Thank you for that, Connor. Appreciate it. All righty, we're gonna get out of here, please. Hold on. Right, of course, my camera putzes out as soon as I'm about. There we go. All right, Verbal, where can everybody find you? What you got coming up next?
All right. Yeah, you guys can find me at Verbal Riot on Rumble, YouTube, and X. I have a video coming out tomorrow morning on Roblox. I give my little 2 cents and my take on that. I want to have a couple other videos pop up during the week. And yeah, catch my show Thursday, 6 p.m. I wasn't able to do it this past Thursday because that migraine fucked me up pretty badly, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. But yeah, catch me there.
Wonderful. Can't wait to see the Roblox video. What you got coming up, DA, and where can everyone find you?
Yeah, check me out, Derek Anderson, the DA. I got my DA's office coming up tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific. We'll be talking about all of these regular topics, and then we'll be jumping into Peacemaker season 2, episode 3. We'll be doing that on Thursday. Also, the nightcaps is on Tuesdays and Thursdays every evening at 10 p.m. So yeah, come hang out. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Sweet. Watch this and tell me what do you think about it? This camera is gonna drive me insane one day. It's just gonna lose my mind.
Now, George, you said it was your video card, right?
I thought it was. I changed the video card, and I'm still having the problem. I don't know if it's a gremlin in my machine or not. This is 14 seconds. This is a couple on the last day of their honeymoon. See if you can spot what doesn't fit here.
Fit check for the last night of our honeymoon. I'm head to toe Lily Pulitzer.
And I'm head to toe J. Crew.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm not even high right now, so
there's no way.
Okay.
No, this is what do you call it? This is it's fake. It's fake.
Yeah.
Could be real. You never know. A lot of people wear beards.
Yeah, that's true, man. But Jesus.
Emma Williamson gifted 10 George the Giant Slayer memberships. Way to go. Thank you.
Man, because of shit like this.
What is it?
This is why women are fantasizing about minotaurs, because of shit like this.
Hey, that's why you got a new market to attack, Dante. Go ahead and get it.
Telling you,
OnlyFans
Avatar. OnlyFans Avatar. AI voice. You got it. You're gonna get paid. Everybody, once we're out of here, I'm gonna want y'all to rate over to Mr. Brown's Alliance. Good gentleman, great bloke. Please thank everybody. Lord Thoth, Istaphobos, Eric K. King of the Mods, and send some good wishes. My nephew, tomorrow, Semper Fi, he goes to boot camp in San Diego to become a Marine. Couldn't be prouder of him. Love him. Sending all my love and blessings to him. To win every battle and stay true to yourself. Remember, we're fighters with one unbreakable rule. We never bow down. We never bend the knee. Always forward. Love you all. Have a blessed week.